2014 láti pé 100 years. Yorùbá nation àti tó lọ. Ẹ wo gbogbo tẹ́lẹ̀ Yorùbá ò ní sí ní gbogbo ẹni tó sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Bá mi nà wọ́n lẹ́gbàá. Ó bá jẹ́ president ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ìpínlẹ̀ Yorùbá ò ní sí ní. Bá mi nà wọ́n lẹ́gbàá. Wọ́n bá jábọ̀ sí èkó nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ò ní sí ní. Tó bá mi lọ, bá mi nà wọ́n lẹ́gbàá. Ó bá jáwọ́ ẹgbẹ́ Ọlọ́run bá mi nà wọ́n lẹ́gbàá. Ó bá dẹ̀ jáwọ́ gọ́ọ̀nọ̀sì o. Tó nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ò ní sí ní. Tó bá ní sí ní. Bá mi nà wọ́n lẹ́gbàá. Ọlọ́run jọ jẹ́ ká kú fún o. Àrà kó pa àwọn tilétilé. Ọlọ́run bá mi ru wọ́n tọmọtọmọ. Ọlọ́run jọ ó jáwọ́ kánsẹ́lọ̀. Ó lè tún jáwọ́ lọ́balọ́ba o. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá pátápátá mi ò yàtọ̀ sọ́ba mi ò ní tẹ̀wọ́ bá. Àmọ́ ṣá gbogbo ẹni tó bá gbàgbọ́ dé fún wa. Bàbá bá mi ru wọn tilétilé. Bá mi pa wọn tọmọtọmọ. Àpariwo a ò wá Fúlàní mọ́. Ṣebí wọ́n pa wá kiri. Wọ́n jẹ́ wa láyà. Wọ́n jẹ́ wa lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Àpariwo a ò wá wọn mọ́ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Torí ẹ̀ náà ṣe ní wá lára. Ó yẹ kí ọ̀wọ́n gógó. Ọ̀wọ́n gógó ń jẹ́. Ọ̀wọ́n gógó ẹ̀kọ́. Wọ́n ní ká máa lọ. Wọ́n gbàgbọ́dé fún wa. Wọ́n jẹ́ wà láyà o. Ọlọ́run abáwo wa náà. Wọ́n pa wá lọ́mọ o. Gbogbo èrè oko pátápátá. Wọ́n ti bá gbogbo ẹ̀jẹ̀ pátápátá. A dẹ̀ sọ pé a ò wá wọn mọ́ o. Alẹ́ ìsàmì kan mọ́ lọ. Bàbá bá mi fọ́ wọn lójú. Gbogbo àwọn akọni wa lára o. Nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, a ní àfẹ́ Yorùbá ti tó lọ. Abẹ́ lórílẹ̀-èdè tuntun. Òdùduwà Republic lòún la fẹ́. Ṣòyí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pariwo. Òdùduwà Republic la fẹ́ o. Ṣòyí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pariwo. Sunday Films and Records. Oníkàkọ́ wọn kọ́ kájọ ṣe. Ìsẹ̀yìn kò sí Nàìjíríà mọ́ o. Nàìjíríà ó ti kú tipẹ́tipẹ́. Láti 2014 àti tó pé 2014 láti pé 100 years. Yorùbá nation àti tó lọ. Ẹ wo gbogbo tẹ́lẹ̀ Yorùbá ò ní sí ní gbogbo ẹni tó sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Bá mi nà wọ́n lẹ́gbàá. Ó bá jẹ́ president ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ìpínlẹ̀ Yorùbá ò ní sí ní. Bá mi nà wọ́n lẹ́gbàá. Ó bá jábọ̀ sílẹ̀ lónílẹ̀ Yorùbá ò ní sí ní. Tó bá ní lọ, bá mi nà wọ́n lẹ́gbàá. Ó bá jáwọ́ ẹgbẹ́ ṣáà. Ọlọ́run bá mi nà wọ́n lẹ́gbàá. Ó bá lè jáwọ́ gọ́ọ̀nọ̀sì o. Tó nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ò ní sí ní. Tó láàdì pín. Bá mi nà wọ́n lẹ́gbàá. Ọlọ́run jọ jẹ́ ká kú fún o.
Sunday Adéyẹmọ tí gbogbo ìmọ̀ sí Sunday Igboho. Mo fẹ́ fi àsìkò yìí mo fẹ́ fi bẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀yin brọ́dà mi sísítà mi ẹ̀yin mọ̀mọ́ mi ẹ̀yin bàbá mi tí ẹ lọ síbi prógámù kíní àjọ̀dún yóǹkà tó ń ṣe ní Èkó tí ń bínú síra yín níbẹ̀ lánàá ẹja ẹ dákun bẹ̀ ẹ má jẹ́ ká bínú síra wa èdè onímú wa èdè onímú wa èdè onímú wa mo fi ń dá yín lójú pé Ọlọ́run ló pè wá jáde lásìkò yìí Ọlọ́run tó pè wá jáde yóò tì wá lẹ́yìn kò dẹ̀ ní tì wá lójú àti fẹ́ẹ́ débi tá a lọ tán ẹjẹ́ àfọkàn ara wa balẹ̀ ẹjẹ́ àfọkàn ara wa balẹ̀ ẹ má jẹ́ ká da ẹ má jẹ́ àbára wa jà ẹ má jẹ́ kíjà ọ̀sẹ̀ láàrin wa wà nídìí ìjà ẹ má jẹ́ kéde òun wa orílẹ̀-èdè la fẹ́ gbà orílẹ̀-èdè wa òun la sọ pé a fẹ́ gbà òkè tó bá sọ pé a fẹ́ change of government kọ́ la sọ pé a fẹ́ kò kì í ṣe change of government là ń béèrè fún o orílẹ̀-èdè la sọ pé a fẹ́ gbà tó o gba sùúrù ọ̀dẹ̀ gba ká pe àwọn ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n àtàwọn yẹn gàgàgàgà síbẹ̀ kájọ ṣe ẹ má jẹ́ kó rẹ̀ ẹ má jẹ́ kó sú wa ẹ má jẹ́ ká bára wa jà ẹ dákun mo bẹ̀ lórúkọ Ọlọ́run ẹ má jẹ́ ká jà o èdè onímú wa o èdè onímú wa o èdè ayé òdẹ̀ ti wà ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́ orúkọ mi ní Sunday Igboho ẹ ṣé. kí ọmọdé mo kí àgbà Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ kí orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá bàjẹ́ mo ń fi àsìkò yìí mo ti ń lọ gbogbo ẹ̀yin bàbá àti mọ̀mọ́ àtọmọdé àtàgbà wípé sùúrù tó lọ́jọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ wa òṣèlú nǹkan tó pẹ́ pẹ̀kẹ́dẹ́ kí àwòkàn balẹ̀ ẹ má jẹ́ ká oúnjẹ ó ti ń pẹ́ jù ó ti ń yá jù orílẹ̀-èdè la fẹ́ gbà ọ́ ṣe bá fẹ́ change of government ọgbà kápá rẹ̀ dáadáa àbúrò fèè àdẹ̀dí fèè láṣẹ Ọlọ́run àti jẹ́ lọ àti borí olúborí lọ́lọ́run ṣe wà fún ìlà káwọn bára wa jà káwọn bínú ọgbọ́n gbà kúrú ọgbà ká yin àwọn bàbá àtàwọn ọmọ wọn ṣe wàhálà lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ẹ jẹ́ ká dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká fi yìn wọ́n bá a ṣe ń bínú tàgbẹ́ ó ti ń pẹ́ jù ọ̀nà bá ń dalẹ̀ ilẹ̀ ó mú èèyàn ní dalẹ̀ Yorùbá kọ́ jẹ lọ àrìlá àkàwọ́ láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà àjọ ọ̀rẹ́ mi àtẹ̀yìn àjọ ọ̀rẹ́ rìn ayọ̀ ó ti máa ń sọ fún yín bá a gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe é.
Okay, Bogwa, say very good afternoon. And let's welcome once again into the conversation. The time is just coming up to 1:27 p.m. And as we are going into the afternoon broadcast, I might be able to your anthem, yeah, and I think I'm good to go. Mo kí gbogbo wa káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé, mo kí ọmọdé, mo kí àgbàlagbà, mo kí arúgbó, mo kí gbogbo àwọn tó ń bẹ ní orílẹ̀-èdè ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Odùduwà, mo kí gbogbo wa pé a kú ìsinmi ẹni. Orúkọ mi ni Ọláyọmí Kóìkì tí gbogbo èèyàn mọ̀ sí koikimedia. Mo kí àwọn orí adé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, mo kí gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ tó ń bẹ káàkiri tó ní link sí ìtànpè ní Yorùbá, whether they agree with the dissolution or the breakup of Nigeria or not. Mo kí àwọn tó jẹ́ mọ̀lẹ́bí mi, mo kí gbogbo ọmọ káàárọ̀ òjíire tó dúró tì wá. Mo kí àwọn bàbá wa tó ń darí àtàwọn ìyá wa tó ń darí, àwọn tá mọ̀ àtàwọn tá mọ̀. Mo ń fi tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀ mo fi kí gbogbo àwọn oníṣẹ̀ṣe, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo kí mùsùlùmí, a kí àwọn kìrìsìtẹ́nì. Like I always like to, and I need to edit the date because I just realized it's showing Friday instead of Sunday. Ẹ má bínú. Torí pé we are not going to be here forever, but things will be remembered after we have left this beautiful world. That's if we get it right. And in a Sunday live broadcast, please do not call and interrupt. Today is the Sunday, the 20th of November. And as the days continue to wind down, history is about to change. And it will change in our lifetime. I don't know about ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yín tí kò gbàgbọ́ sí. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ń béèrè pé kí ni history gan? Mo kí Global Directorate àti gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ń darí ẹ̀ láti ọmọdé títí dé àgbàlagbà. Mo kí gbogbo Àgbẹ̀kọ̀yà, a kí farmers hunters, a kí gbogbo àwọn oníṣẹ̀ṣe ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, a kí Central Office, mo kí Yoruba Self Movement, Yoruba Self Determination Movement, YSDM. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀ka ẹgbẹ́ tó wà lábẹ́ wọn. If you have not been part of them, I bet you should also go and join as well. Mo kí OPC, mo kí each of the fractions. Mo kí Dawn, mo kí àwọn Afẹ́nifẹ́re, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀ka tó ń bẹ ní láti Kwara State títí dé Lagos. Mo kí gbogbo yín ní different local government. Mo kí gbogbo yín ní gbogbo community tí ẹ tí gbọ́ wa àtàwọn tó ti ń gbọ́ wa. Mo kí gbogbo àbá kọ̀ọ̀kan tó ń bẹ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. A kí gbogbo ẹlẹ́sìn, whether you are Pentecost, Cathedral, whether you are Kerubu, whether you are Ahmadiyya or Ansarullah. A kí gbogbo àwọn ẹni Ọlọ́run tó ti lọ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. A kí gbogbo àwọn tó sì ń bẹ tí wọ́n dákẹ́, tí wọ́n ń wo òye pé kí ló fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ gan. Orúkọ mi ni Ọláyọmí Kóìkì, tí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ mọ̀ sí koikimedia. A kí gbogbo àwọn tó wà against pé kí ìran Yorùbá kó dá dúró. A kí àwọn APC, a kí PDP. Mo kí yóò ṣòwò rẹ̀. Mo kí àwọn tó ń ṣe ti Labour Party. Bí ṣe máa ń sọ, I have nothing against any one of you. But one thing is, ìran Yorùbá máa bọ́ nínú oko ẹrú tá wà nínú ẹ̀. Bá ṣe máa wá bọ́, I say it again without any hesitation. Without mixing my word, koikimedia, Oto Gbangba, from the media perspective, to fight this journey alone, without any other media. Kò ṣe pé mo fi ń pọ́nra mi lé, I have what it takes. And I have the capacity. I have the strength. I have the energy. And I have the zeal nítorí pé when CNN started in 1986, if I'm right, neither those that thought it will last till date, but it has become an empire. Àwa ò kúrò lórí pé kí Yorùbá kó dúró on his own. I have not changed my words. Èmi ò ń ṣe ń tẹ̀sẹ̀ máa lọ máa béèrè pé ṣé a ṣì ń lọ àbá lọ is because ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yín. I'm gonna have to take this. It's a family call and I have to go on a short interlude. I'll be back. Let me make myself very clear. Yoruba nation is the fight for every Yorubas. Bó bá ṣe fẹ́ jà, ó máa yàtọ̀ síra wa. Because bí olúkálùkù ṣe nígbàgbọ́ sí is different. But ìgbàgbọ́ tí Koiki ní sí Yoruba nation ni pé we are not negotiating in what is Nigeria again. And that is the belief of so many of us. Àfẹ̀yìntì ẹ bá ṣì ń ṣe iyèméjì. Because like I said, not everybody believes that the Yoruba needs to get out of Nigeria. We have no doubt that the journey will be smooth. But a lot of people believe that the journey will be failure because they are not sure ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ní faith on this journey, so they are in and out. I am not one of those individuals. Tí àwọn èèyàn bá ń sọ pé ṣá máa lọ, I am fully sure we are going. When are we going? That will come from our leaders from Benin Republic, as far as I know. Because they will give the appropriate instruction at the appropriate time. Ó ti ń pẹ́ jù. It does not make any difference to me. I have said it since 3 years ago. But Nigeria is a big elephant and it can be killed by so many people. Ìwọ lè pa, èmi lè pa. Bí èmi ṣe fẹ́ pa is why I am on the media talking about the genocide. The reasons why the Yoruba people must leave. And I'm doing that with all the resources in my strength, without any praise or worship from anybody. I am only serving nítorí pé it is what I say I want to do. Ìyẹn kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀ mí lórí nǹkan tí mo gbé dání. And nobody can control me as well on what I am doing. You might not agree with everything I do. Does not make any difference to me. Because àwọn tó ń darí àgbáyé, they are doing so many things that ẹ̀yin púpọ̀ nù wa à lè sọ sí. There are so many shit that is going on around the world today that a lot of us think that àgbáyé yẹn ló máa wá sort it out. We are looking up to them. We believe them. We believe in America. We believe in Europe. We believe in Asia to come and resolve the crisis in what is known as Africa. But I laugh. Nítorí pé àwọn tẹ́yìn dúró dè yẹn, they will disappoint you as they've done so in the past. But it is good pé when we look at àwọn tó bá sọ jáde, irú àwa máa wá mú fún ẹ̀yin kó lè bá yé wa pé ṣé n tí Koiki àti àwọn tó náà wọn fẹ́ òmìnira ṣé tòótọ́ ni àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́. Every one of us, including myself, we love football. Some call it soccer. Kò sẹ́ni tó like football lágbàáyé. And it's good that in what is about to take place in Qatar, ó tún mú àwọn nǹkan kan jáde tó máa ṣàǹfààní lórí pé àwa náà fẹ́ lọ. The Yorubas are not represented yet, but we have countries that are traveling. Their citizens on their way right now tó ń lọ sí Qatar. Láti lọ ṣe kí ni? Láti lọ wo football. Wọ́n pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀, àwọn tó ti wà ń bẹ̀, àwọn tó sì ń lọ. But nǹkan kan jáde nínú ẹ̀ tí mo fẹ́ fi ṣe program ti ọ̀sán yìí ní aago méjì fi lọ lò. The reason why I love to have date and time, nítorí pé after 100 years, I pray I have another 100 years in this world. But kò sí bí yàn ṣe lè pẹ́ sí, ó máa lọ náà ni. People will go back and watch some of this clip and they will be looking at the date in another 3,000 years, in another 5,000 years, in another thousands and thousands of years. Táwa bá ti lọ. Because you are not going to be here forever. Every one of us will die. A kàn ń bẹ Elédùmarè, à ń bẹ Ọlọ́run pé kó jẹ́ kó pẹ́, kí aráyé gbé, kí a rí gbogbo ohun tíyàn wá ṣe ní ayé. Kò ń ṣe gbogbo èèyàn ló máa rí ṣe o. Kò ń ṣe gbogbo èèyàn ló máa rí nǹkan tí tó wá ṣe láyé, kò ń ṣe ló máa rí ṣe. Nítorí pé ìfàsẹ́yìn pé kí Yorùbá kó dúró nísìn, àwọn kan fẹ́ fà síta pé kò ní ṣeé ṣe. Ara pé àwọn rò pé àwọn wáyé wá. Because they are looking at the Nigeria, the big country, you know, the country that is so big, that has now encroached 374 or thereabout ethnic groups tó wà nínú ẹ̀. Ethnic groups ní gbogbo population wọn ó lè má tó 100,000 nínú Nigeria. ìmí lè má ju 20,000 lọ but a ti rí ẹ̀rí tó sọ pé àwọn ìlú wà tó tẹ̀ tó numbers tó jẹ́ ethnic groups tó wà nínú Nàìjíríà but what they've done is wọ́n kó gbogbo àwa papọ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ fún wa ní orúkọ wọ́n ní ká máa jẹ́ orúkọ yẹn lọ àdè gbọ́dọ̀ yí padà whether we agree with being a Nigerian or not you just have to accept it and continue to live in denial. So pé àwọn kan náà ráyé wá ẹ wá ń kíìpù Nàìjíríà ẹ tí ráyé wá ìgbà tí olúkálukú bá lọ dá dúró láṣẹ máa mọ̀ pé lára tí Ọlọ́run ní ká wá ṣe òun nìyẹn Ọlọ́run kọ́ ló create Nàìjíríà èèyàn ló create àwọn tó wá create yẹn they are now coming out and telling us some of the atrocities that they've done in the past. Some of the atrocities that a lot of us today, taba playback, crime, genocide, so many things tí àwọn aláwọ̀ funfun ti ṣe fún wa kò tẹ̀ jẹ́ kí ọmọ Yorùbá kan ṣì máa sọ pé òun fẹ́ wà nínú Nàìjíríà. But níbi tí làákàyè wọn yé wọn dé ó fẹ́ wo football nísìn ó fẹ́ wo oríṣiríṣi ìlú Brazil, Germany, England, Scotland, Wales and whoever is among those because I don't have a clue who is going to play football now because kò sí lórí mi but I'm sure some of you know almost all the players tó fẹ́ play ní Qatar nísìn but do you know that these same countries, some of them are the reason why you are suffering today. Ìdí tí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá ṣì ń ṣe ẹrú káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé àtàwọn tó wà nílé is because of the reason that is about to play out in Qatar. That is now going to be part of what I'm going to tell you. But how many people ló ń wò lọ bẹ́ẹ̀? Ṣèbíkẹ́yìn ti rí Ronaldo ọmọ Portugal was one country that refused to sign self-determination in 1960. Bàtí ṣe sọ lánàá lórí program Portugal. When you look at Portugal now, you see Brazil, you see Ronaldo ọ̀dà àpamọ́ Portugal ló wọ́n àbí I hope I'm right. Ronaldo. But that same Portugal yẹn in 1960 nígbà tó make a decision tó máa affect èmi àti wọ́ they were not there. They were not in that sitting at the United Nations in 1960. And that also goes with Spain, Australia. Even South Africa refused to be part of that sitting. They were absent. They were absent because wọ́n mọ̀ pé ìran kan máa fẹ́ jáde after 60 years. Tó máa fẹ́ máa sọ pé àwọn náà fẹ́ dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìlú kan. Imagine the pride pé Yorùbá ló fẹ́ bá Portugal bá football. Imagine the pride pé Yorùbá ló fẹ́ bá England play football. Nígbà tá a bá wá na England àwa lọ bá Wales gbá football à ń nà wọ́n à ń na Scotland àwa la máa lé wọn kúrò nínú World Cup. But more people are rather be part of Nigeria and go and become a spectator. But evidence continue to come out from them. Tí bá sọ fún yín láti bí ọdún mẹ́ta pé Britain ò ní fún yín láyè kẹ́ lọ láíláí. The Western world will not want Nigeria to break because Nigeria kókó ọbẹ̀ wọn ni ibẹ̀ ló ti ń jẹ ló ti ń mu inú ibẹ̀ ló ti ń ṣe gbogbo ohun tí wọ́n ń ṣe tí àwọn fi ń ráyé gbé. But the football tó fẹ́ play ní Qatar, or the World Cup rather, has given us something to talk about today. And I want you to take note as we go into the conversation. We must not expect the Western world to agree with us that we want to break out of Nigeria. Àwa la gbọ́dọ̀ fún wọn ní option pé a fẹ́ kúrò, and they must accept it whether they like it or not. Even though evidence shows that 9 of these countries were not in attendance in 1960 when they were making a resolution that would have been the best for us today. They were not there. They were not there because àwọn ò rí pé àwa kan máa dìde, wọ́n rò pé àwọn bí ọba, àwọn politicians wa wọ́n máa rì wá mọ́lẹ̀ à nílé sọ̀rọ̀. But lọ́gbọ́n Ọlọ́run tó dẹ̀ máa ṣiṣẹ́, ó jẹ́ káwa kan jáde kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà. Àwa ò wá wò from the football perspective anymore. Àwa ń wò from a different angle. Àbọ̀rọ̀ mi yé yín nísìn. Àwa rí pé tó bá jẹ́ football ni èmi náà lọ sí Qatar máa lọ wo football. But how does that help my people that are suffering back in the Yoruba land? Àwọn tó jẹ́ àwọn tó darí wa in the past, they've tried their best. Even they might not get everything right. But it is now up to us to finish up the job. It is entirely up to us to make sure that the completion of this mission is now something that we have to complete without no wasting time. I'm going to tell you what the FIFA president said that have become the talk around the world. Maybe some of you don't even know what is going on. But yeah, I will play that to you today. And that's why I put the topic today as what Europeans have done in the last 3,000 years. We should be apologizing for the next 3,000 years. Not a minimum sobe. Òyìnbó ẹgbẹ́ wọn ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Òyìnbó ẹgbẹ́ wọn òun ló sọ pé in tí wọ́n ti ṣe fún gbogbo àgbáyé, they should make sure they continue to apologize for the next 3,000 years. So kí ló wá fún wọn ní assurance pé àgbáyé kan ń bọ̀ láti wá gbà wá sílẹ̀? Fún àwọn elite ni mo bá sọ̀rọ̀, because every argument from your own point is, oh, a gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe sùúrù, a gbọ́dọ̀ lọ from the diplomatic side, a gbọ́dọ̀ lọ from the legal side, a gbọ́dọ̀ perfect ẹ̀ kó tó di pé a declare Yorùbá nation, kó tó di pé a jáde pé a náà fẹ́ gba àwọn kan tẹ̀lé ẹ má máa sọ pé fẹ́ declare ẹ bá kọ́kọ́ ṣe super rally náà kẹtọ́ wá dé àwọn kan ní ẹ má bẹ̀ declare o, ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ ṣe election. And the same part of the world is now telling you that crime tó ti ṣe ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé, they don't have they haven't got what it takes. Àwa là ń pọ́n àwọn òyìnbó lé, kò jẹ́ ká máa pọ́n wọn lé rárá. If we look at the atrocity, the hypocrisy, that's the right word I was looking for, of what they've done around the world. The hypocrisy tí wọ́n ti ṣe tó jẹ́ pé òun ni à ń wò lọ níwájú wa yìí. And that hypocrisy is now playing out in Qatar. And I'll give you from the ìyẹn mo ṣe wọ aṣọ koikimedia because mo fẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ pé I am not a blogger. I go around and I read news and I do a bit of research and I know what is going on. Ọ̀tọ̀ ni Yoruba nation, ọ̀tọ̀ ni media. Mo sọ fún yín pé media mi tó bẹ́ẹ̀ kò ń ṣe pé tẹnu. Media mi tó bá lè sọ pé tòun náà tó bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ní right láti sọ yẹn lórí platform ẹ̀ but lórí platform mi mo tó bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kò ń ṣe pé tẹnu. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ kankan fún yín. There are countries that do not allow gay, lesbian. Qatar is one of them. Tó bá sọ pé Islamic country òun ni Qatar. Ẹ follow ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo fẹ́ sọ yìí. Tó bá sọ pé ìlú tí ó ní ìtàn pè ní ẹ̀sìn according to them in their own little, Qatar is one of them. But something is now nǹkan kan wá trigger nísìn tó ń fa awuyewuye káàkiri lórí World Cup tó fẹ́ gbá, and I will give you my own understanding of what that is in just about a few minutes. Qatar ni ó fẹ́ host 2022 World Cup. They have the money. Owó ń bẹ lọ́wọ́ wọn. Wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe fún gbogbo àgbáyé pé sẹ́ tó bá jẹ́ pé ti owó ni àwọn ní bọ̀kúbọ̀kú. And they want to use that to mark the World Cup. The World Cup is going to be a successful one. How successful, I don't know. But I know that it will be successful because ìlú tó fẹ́ host ẹ̀ ó tó bẹ́ẹ̀ ó jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ láti host ẹ̀. Because tó bá jẹ́ pé tówó ni wọ́n ní owó kò sí tán ni. But there's now some things tó ń jáde as the World Cup is about to start. And that hypocrisy is coming from the West. The West are now telling Qatar, ẹ ṣe sùúrù náà, ẹ wá. Àwọn ọmọ wa tó ń bọ̀, we have gay, we have lesbian amongst them. Aláwọn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n fẹ́ mọtí. Wọ́n dẹ̀ máa láti mọtí because gbogbo football ground wọ́n máa ń mọtí ni. Qatar wa ń wò pé ẹ ṣe sùúrù lótìtọ́ àwa la máa host World Cup. Ẹ má ní eléyìí ò kan Yorùbá nation o, ó níbi tí mo fẹ́ lò níbẹ̀ kẹ́ farabalẹ̀ nítorí pé there are so many things that a lot of us don't know. When somebody like me is saying that the West is not going to break up Nigeria, this is why I want you to listen to this conversation. Forget about àwọn tó wà lábúrò tó ń sọ fún yín pé n tá à ń sọ kò make sense. They know that what we are saying makes sense. Wọ́n mọ̀ pé n tá à ń sọ make sense because they know that there is hypocrisy from the West not to divide or break the shithole country you are all calling Nigeria. The West is not going to do that. If anybody is thinking that West will come and divide you, America will come and divide us, United Nations, you will be there till thy kingdom come. You'll be there. Because they are not interested to break up that contraction called Nigeria. We would have to do it ourselves. And we have to do it this year. Because it's still the same West that are hypocrites. Tí wọ́n mọ̀ pé ìlú tẹ́ fẹ́ gbé World Cup fún yẹn Islamic country ni. Ó ní bó ṣe ń ṣe níbẹ̀. Wọ́n ní rules tiwọn. But àwọn ò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́ because of ìtọ́fẹ́ jẹ lára Qatar. Torí pé elépo rọ̀bì ní Qatar. Tó tó bá sọ pé ìlú tí owó ń bẹ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ Qatar ẹyọ kan ló jẹ́ nínú ẹ̀ lágbàáyé. Àwọn West ti gbàgbé pé ẹbí tẹ́tí fẹ́ jẹ́ yẹn ẹ lè tún máa sọ fún wọn pé ẹ fẹ́ àwọn kankan, knowing fully well that the country is an Islamic country, and they now want FIFA to tell Qatar pé nígbà fáwọn kankan nítorí pé àwọn ọmọ wa tó ń bọ̀ láti wá wo football yẹn, they are not comfortable with Qatar anymore lórí àwọn kankan tó ń lọ, and that is now creating a lot of conversation among all the medias around the world. Pé báwo la ṣe wá fẹ́ ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ yìí sí? Because Qatar is sticking to his words, and they are not changing that, and they are not bowing down for that as well, and that is now creating a lot of conversation. But ibi tẹ́mi fẹ́ ká fi ọkàn sí nínú ibi tí mo fẹ́ lò ni pé as bọ́lọ̀ ṣe máa ṣe, the president of FIFA spoke, and that has now also created a lot of conversation around the world. And what is that conversation? Conversation yẹn dá lórí pé ọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ jáde, ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn nísìn ni èmi fẹ́ gbé yẹ̀ wò láti tún prove fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá lẹ́ni pé bí a bá sọ pé à ń dúró de United Nations kan, à ń dúró de ìlú kan, a fẹ́ dúró de, tí wọ́n bá pè pé ká jáde fún Super Rally, tí a bá ti jáde gbogbo wa ti fail, every one of us including myself, if we are waiting for the Western power to come and help us. For any time tí wọ́n bá ti ní a gbọ́dọ̀ jáde, every one of us must come out as quickly as possible, because that is going to be our ticket to exit the shithole contraction country called Nigeria that we have all been locked into for the last 108 years or 2 years, according to the 1914 amalgamation. We must not make a mistake by giving room and say, ẹ jẹ́ ká má tí fi gbogbo ohun tí a fẹ́ ṣe, ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe sùúrù díẹ̀ sí. If we make such mistakes, we will all regret it. And for us not to regret it, we must make sure we leave Nigeria as quickly as possible. Once again, mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó ń bẹ nílé, tó ń bẹ lóko, and I welcome you to the conversation. Football, as we know, like I said, is a big investment for anybody that seems to understand. Oríṣiríṣi owó ló wà nínú ẹ̀, and it's going to be one thing that we should also think of. Níjọ́ tí Yorùbá bá di pé ó gba òmìnira, we must make sure that our sport is no longer a joke. Ọmọ tó bá máa ṣe sport, a gbọ́dọ̀ ti groom ẹ̀ láti ilẹ̀. A gbọ́dọ̀ ti make sure pé gbogbo tí àwọn ọmọ yẹn bá fẹ́, from training to everything, we must give it to them. And that is exactly what is going to happen at the appropriate time. I want us to remember that nobody is coming to help us. We have to help ourselves. Let's watch this video. Then I'll come back again.
Know what it means to be discriminated, to be bullied as a foreigner, in a foreign country. As a child, at school, I was bullied because I had red hair. It's not easy, every day, to read all these critics for decisions which have been taken 12 years ago when nobody of us was there. And now everyone knows that we have to make the best out of it. And we have to make the best World Cup ever. And Doha is ready, Qatar is ready. It will be the best World Cup ever, of course. What is sad is that, especially in the last weeks, we have been assisting on, in some places, a real lesson of moral, of double moral. We have told many lessons from some Europeans, from the Western world. I'm European. Actually, I am European. Not just I feel European. I think for what we Europeans have been doing in the last 3,000 years around the world, we should be apologizing for the next 3,000 years.
I want you to take note of that. I'm going to wind it back a little bit. In tó ń sọ fún àǹfààní àwọn àti àgbọ̀ gbogbo òyìnbó tó ń sọ torí pé kò ń ṣe gbogbo èèyàn ló gbọ́ òyìnbó ò dẹ̀ ń ṣe language wa. Òun ni pé ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ìkà tí àwọn ti ṣe ní 3,000 years. What the Europeans have done in the last ní 3,000 years yẹn làwa náà lọ ti change orúkọ wa kúrò nínú Yoruba kingdom tó sọ di Nàìjíríà tí gbogbo alẹ́ ní nísìn tí a fi ń jẹ́ Nàìjíríà. This was what the British did. This was what the European did to us. By removing who we are as true indigenous people within that 3,000 years ago. Because only your do tó fi ṣe kíni tó fi kó wa lẹ́rú as slaves. Wọ́n wá kó wa lẹ́rú tán ìyẹn ò tẹ́ wọn lọ́rùn tó wọ́n ṣẹ̀ tí wá ṣe kíni wọ́n wá yí orúkọ padà from who we are tí a mọ̀ sí ilẹ̀ káàárọ̀ òjíire wọ́n wá ń pè wá ní Nigerians, and everybody is so excited, everybody is happy to be known as Nigerians. That doesn't have no value, is as tissue paper around the world today. And should we continue to remain Nigerians, these are going to be some of the reasons why the world will not value you. Let's go back into that video again.
In the last 3,000 years around the world, we should be apologizing for the next 3,000 years.
Ó ní ó jẹ́ káwọn ṣì máa apologize in another 3,000 years. So that means pé nínú 3,000 tó ti ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ continue láti máa apologize for 3,000 years. But we have so many Yoruba people lẹ́ni nísìn tó ń sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ keep Nigeria, and they are the same people tó fẹ́ lọ wo football nísìn. They are so happy. Ẹlòmíì máa gba betting, ẹlòmíì máa ta tẹ́tẹ́, ẹlòmíì ó fẹ́ wo club tí kò ní débẹ̀ láyé ẹ̀ tó máa fi kú, tó rò pé tóun bá lọ ṣe prayer ní ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì kan ní mọ́ṣáláṣí kan lọ́dọ̀ ṣeṣe òun aráyè dé Portugal, òun á lọ gbá Skoda bó tẹ̀ jẹ́ small league wọn kóun lọ gbá. And àwọn tó commit atrocity yẹn ìkànnì wọn ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ nísìn pé tálà wá. Àwa tó jẹ́ ká máa apologize fún ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá, àwa tó jẹ́ ká máa apologize fún gbogbo indigenous people tí wọ́n ti yọ méjì kúrò lára wọn tó kó mẹ́fà sí láàrin wọn, because mo mọ ibi tí wọ́n ti di pé wọ́n kó gbogbo àpapọ̀ nígbà tó olúkálùkù dá wà on their own nígbà tó Ọlọ́run máa dá wa. And these are the Nigerians illiterate talking about Qatar football. Wọ́n fẹ́ wo football, àwọn fẹ́ wo football nísìn, but wọ́n ní wo kókó ntẹ́lẹ̀ sọ pé we should be apologizing for the atrocity because we are only hypocrisy. Ó ní ẹ̀yin sọ pé kọ́ máa mọtí, ǹjẹ́ yìí mọ iye èèyàn tí ẹ pa ní different part of the world? Ǹjẹ́ mọ iye ẹ̀mí tó ti lọ? You can see the hypocrisy of the Western world. And these are the same people ló fi dictate fún Qatar. And these are the same people tó ń make owó látara Qatar. Because Qatar has investment around the world, including here in United Kingdom. Should they remove their investment, Britain will feel it. And this is why Moki gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́tí ń wọlé, if I've don't mentioned any names, gbogbo ẹni Moki life ẹni kankan sílẹ̀. You can see why we must have our own independent nation, so that we can also be part of the League of Nations.
Years European, not just I feel European. I think for what we Europeans have been doing in the last 3,000 years.
Only not that I don't feel Europeans. Under Europe, kò kúkú ṣe dúdú. European lòun. But ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ táwọn ti dá, we should be apologizing. The question now is, do you think that Britain would apologize? Remember this letter that we received from the Foreign and Commonwealth Development Office, telling us to go and sort our problems among ourselves. How many people remember this letter? This letter, Ashikafuwa, kò tí pé 3 weeks ago. He's an Italian, okay. Thank you for putting that to me, Akim Yusuf. My question now is, talandro de gongon tó máa wá rescue wa? Nobody. Àwa la láti rescue ara wa. And part of the rescue is, tó bá ti fún fèrè pé ká jáde síta. Kí la fẹ́ jẹ, kí la no, ká tẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ jáde síta no. Because we don't have anybody coming to rescue us. Kò sí Western world kankan tó fi wá gbà wálẹ̀. Maybe I should read this letter to us again, just to remind us that this is what the British government thinks about the territory known as Nigeria, according to them, and they are not ready to let it go. And they are not ready to give room for us that says we want to opt out. Let's read what this letter says, according to what we have some few weeks ago when this letter got to me. And this is the content of the letter. It goes like this. Foreign and Commonwealth and Development Office. Vicky Ford, Member of Parliament. She's a Minister for Africa, Latin America, and Caribbean, with the address. The letter was dated 31st of August 2022. And it says, thank you for your correspondence of 27th of July 2022 on behalf of your constituents about Yoruba independence, because the constituents clearly stated what he wanted. I am replying as the Minister for Africa, the same Africa that they created havoc, problem, the same Africa that is now living in fear, where everybody wants to go and live in Europe. The same Africa where the government is creating genocide. The same Africa where there is no longer peace in Nigeria. The UK government shares your constituent concerns about the range of security challenges Nigeria faces, which includes violence in the southwest, This is having a devastating impact on affected communities. The UK government condemns all violence against civilians in Nigeria, including that which affects Yoruba communities. While security in Nigeria is the responsibility of the Nigerian government, I would like to reassure your constituents that I have discussed their response to insecurity with the Nigerian authorities on a number of occasions, most recently with the Foreign Minister Oyema and the Vice President Osibajo when I visited Nigeria in February. I also raised this issue with the Nigerian National Security Advisor, General Mungono, during the inaugural dialogue of the UK-Nigeria Security and Defense Partnership in February. The Prime Minister also discussed insecurity with President Buhari at the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in June. It is important to know that the perpetrators of violence do not come from any one ethnic or religious group, and the effects are felt by communities of different faiths and ethnicities across the country. We are supporting local and national peace building efforts to encourage dialogue between the many ethnic groups and communities that make up and contribute to the strength and diversity of Nigeria. Finally, your constituent calls for the United Kingdom government to recognize an independent Yoruba nation. The United Kingdom government respects the territorial integrity of Nigeria. We support the Nigerian government's commitment to work for a secure and prosperous Nigeria for all its citizens, and is committed to working with Nigeria in support of these objectives. The UK government will continue to support Nigeria to uphold its responsibility to tackle rising insecurity, whilst also encouraging the Nigerian government to take urgent action to implement long-term solutions that addresses the root causes of violence and to hold perpetrators to account. Èwo ni kò yé wa níbẹ̀? Kí ni ṣàlàyé fún wa? We are all in danger. Should we refuse to allow Nigeria to be dissolved, disintegrate, and break up? We are all in a very, very big danger. Every one of us, including myself. The only difference is danger yẹn máa yàtọ̀ síra wọn. Danger yẹn máa yàtọ̀ in the sense that kó tó di pé Fúlàní máa fẹ́ attack mi níbí báyìí, á jẹ́ pé UK government to compromise. Just as we can say with the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Before the UK government will allow the terrorists to come into UK and kidnap me, I just say there's something that has gone wrong. But ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé ńkọ́? I'm not talking about terrorists alone now. I'm talking about the genocide that is about to take place and the ones that have taken place both in the southeast, in the middle belt, in the northern part of Nigeria, because they are human beings. Does not mean because I fẹ́ Yoruba nation. Not. They are human beings like me and you, and we must always remember that. We run on the same blood. Ẹ̀mí tó ń bẹ lára wọn ní north, not ló ń bẹ lára wa. The only difference is we are not the same because we have different culture, different languages, and we are not one until 1914 when the British government decided to put it together. And the FIFA president is now saying that, shut up, you Western hypocrite. And you hypocrite, then gbowó lọ́wọ́ Qatar. Ó wá di pé Qatar make a decision to favour wọn. Ẹ wá ń sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ yẹn. Ó wá ní kó shut up. Ẹ wá ń sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ yẹn. Ó wá ní kó shut up. Ẹ wá ń sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ yẹn. Ó wá ní kó shut up. Ẹ wá ń sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ yẹn. Ó wá ní kó shut up. Ẹ wá ń sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ yẹn. Ó wá ní kó shut up. Ẹ wá ń sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ yẹn. Ó wá ní kó shut up. Ẹ wá ń sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ yẹn. Ó wá ní kó shut up. Ẹ wá ń sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ yẹn. Ó wá ní kó shut up. Ẹ wá ń sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ yẹn. Ó wá ní kó shut up. Ẹ wá ń sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ yẹn. Ó wá ní kó shut up. Ẹ wá ń sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ yẹn. Ó wá ní kó shut up. Ẹ wá ń sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ yẹn. Ó wá ní kó shut up. Ẹ wá ń sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ yẹn. Ó wá ní kó shut up. Ẹ wá ń s And that is what is playing out in Qatar. So tí wọ́n bá rò pé football nìkan ló ń lọ nínú Qatar, there is also things that affect me and you. I don't watch football anymore as much as I do before. Does not mean that if you want to watch what is going on in Qatar. But remember that some of those countries that you are watching are the reason why Yoruba is still in bondage. That's all I can tell you. It doesn't matter which of the country, because the president of FIFA, ó ti bá wa kó gbogbo wọn together, kò yọ̀kan sílẹ̀. Only you Europeans are hypocrites. Hypocrites ló máa pa yín. Ẹ̀yin tó yẹ kẹ́ máa bẹ àwọn àgbáyé pẹ̀lú atrocity tẹ́ ti ṣe ní gbogbo àgbáyé tí ẹ̀rí wà fún. So ìwọ ọmọ Yorùbá tó fẹ́ wo football, you better start thinking of which country you want to support in that World Cup, because ìlú tó bá lọ ń support could be part of the country that is holding the Yoruba people as we speak today. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ìyá mi Mary Ọmọládé, Britain will never apologize for any wrongdoing. In fact, Britain is allergic to apology. Wọ́n refuse láti apologize for slave trade. And you see ignorant Nigerians running up and down trying to remain Nigerians that the British created in 1914. And sometimes, if we do not know before, which not everybody knows before, okay, let's agree that. But what about now that we have access to these new media that we are using to communicate? So ẹni tí ó fẹ́ lọ wo football Qatar, whether from your DSTV that is being controlled from South Africa. South Africa was one country that refused to sign self-determination sitting in United Nations in December 14, 1960. Ìwọ kódà ó yẹ kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó bá ní DSTV ó yẹ kẹ́ deactivate lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ni. If truly you want this mission to be successful, kò jẹ́ ká tẹ̀ máa sọ̀rọ̀ pé fẹ́ wo ó better kẹ́ struggle for now kẹ́ máa wo àwa táwa lórí media nìkan than pé kẹ́ máa wo DSTV. And it's a fact, and I'll also be reviewing that with my own family as well. Maybe for now we should deactivate the DSTV. I cannot lie, my family are watching it as well, but maybe something that I have to advise them. Ó better kó wà lórí YouTube kí n máa fún wọn ní extra money, kó wà lórí internet, kó máa wo different things, because DSTV tẹ́ ń wò yẹn, South Africa refused to sign self-determination in 1960. So we better start thinking of, before Kato break up, you better start thinking of ìlú wo gan ni mo fẹ́ máa rajà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, ìlú wo gan mo fẹ́ máa bá ṣe, because there are some of those countries that are holding us back, especially those of us outside the country. We have been trapped with football for years, but ẹ wá wo bí FIFA president ṣe bá wa expose wọn síta, kò tẹ ó ní òun fúnra àwọn European lòun, ìyẹn kan dẹ̀ ti bá wa sọ pé ọmọ Italy ni, ó ní kẹ́ lọ shut up, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ kẹ́ máa apologize fún gbogbo atrocity, gbogbo crime against humanity tẹ́ ti ṣe. But we are here where we are still trying to plead with our people. Ẹ wá jẹ́ ká ṣe Yorùbá nation. No, shut up Mr. Koiki. Lè jókòó sí London kò máa decide ní táwa máa ṣe, but mo máa wo football o, torí pé football àti wà ní World Cup season ọ̀dẹ̀. Àti wà ní World Cup season. And the same countries tó lọ gbá World Cup, àwọn ló ń hold their year tí kò ráyé gbé. Tó fi di pé hardly you have people have enough income anymore in that shit hole. You need, most of Ilano, you need 4 of these 500 naira every day for you to survive in that contraction you call Nigeria. But the UK have just told us in that letter, but no, Mukinyawa Janet Marty, afternoon man. The UK and the European countries, we have now been told officially from somebody that is part of them, kò kúkú ṣe mi ni mo sọ, èmi ń bá wọn ṣe analysis lé lórí ni, torí pé wọ́n tó fẹ́ lọ wo football kó lè mọ̀ ọdún tó fẹ́ support ni o, mo kàn sọ fún ẹ ni o, èmi kúkú kọ́ mo sọ, àbíṣe ojú mi ṣe èmi ò kúkú dánrí bíi FIFA president. Let's hear what he says again. And this time around, I will wind it back without any matter full screen. And then I will start all over again so that we can watch it together. My name is Olawumi Koiki, and this is koikimedia as we continue to use our platform to educate. Most of you ma educate yín. Ẹ mọ̀ pé kò sẹ́ni èmi náà ro lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ìgbà tèmi náà bá pàdé lánàá tí mo ti ń káàkiri àyílẹ̀ máa da kí ó má jẹ́ pé mi nìkan ní máa gbọ́. And that's why èmi sọ pé program tèmi èmi máa link ẹ̀ mọ́ in tó ń lọ lágbàáyé. Mo sọ fún yín ní 3 years ago pé àgbáyé là ń bá jà kó ẹ forget about Fúlàní tó wà nínú igbó kó jẹ́ kéka bọ́ǹbù gbogbo bẹ̀ yẹn a máa bọ́ǹbẹ̀ nígbà tásìkò bá tó kọ́ wà níbẹ̀ nígbà tá a bá ní kọ́ lọ tó bá lọ àá fi bọ́ǹbù sí bá blow gbogbo ẹ̀ but àgbáyé tá à ń bá fa wàhálà how do we say we are going when we are still going to beg them along bẹ̀ wọ́n and these are what some of our elite tó wà lórí Zoom conference 3 hours 4 hours káwa máa jókòó máa gbọ́rọ̀ analysis tó lè wọ̀ pé ká lọ dúró de àgbáyé ẹ má bínú mo kàn láìkí kò yẹ kí n máa ṣe lé but mo ti use mọ ẹ má bínú ẹ̀yin wa. Let's watch it together.
You know what it means to be discriminated, to be bullied as a foreigner in a foreign country. As a child at school, I was bullied because I had red hair. It's not easy every day to read all these critics for decisions which have been taken 12 years ago when nobody of us was there. And now everyone knows that we have to make the best out of it. And we have to make the best World Cup ever. And Doha is ready, Qatar is ready. It will be the best World Cup ever, of course. What is sad is that, especially in the last weeks, we have been assisting on, in some places, a real lesson of moral, of double moral. We are told many lessons from some Europeans, from the Western world. I'm European. Actually, I am European. Not just I feel European. I think for what we Europeans have been doing in the last 3,000 years around the world, we should be apologizing for the next 3,000 years before starting to give moral lessons to people. This moral.
They want to give moral lesson to people. Mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí pé ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò èní ní Sunday mo ń líǹkì tó ń lọ ní Qatar based on what the FIFA president said. I have another video of him and let me get that video out for us. Once again, this is the video.
It's divided enough. We're organizing a World Cup. We're not organizing a war. We organize a World Cup where people who have many problems, everyone in his or her life, want to come and enjoy. Look at the city. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's geared up. People are happy to celebrate. They were happy when the teams come. And when the teams come, they go to see the teams. And what do I read? Well, these people, they don't look like English. They shouldn't cheer for English because they look like Indians. I mean, what is that? Can somebody who looks like an Indian not cheer for England or for Spain or for Germany? You know what this is? This is racism. This is pure racism. And we have to stop that. Because everyone in the world has the right to cheer for who he wants.
I just love the guy. He was bold, he said it the way he has to say it without mixing words. And that is Qatar, the World Cup as it's getting closer. I wish everyone the best of luck for those of you that will be watching it. I will not have the time to watch it because I have a lot of work to do. I want to read this to us quickly. is from our brother Kayode Emola, and this was 2 days ago. I think Kalano, but for now. But for whatever reason, we mixed it. Well, we missed it rather. But now that I'm using my software, Iru software only Monlo is called OBS. OBS is free, but you have to pay for Sherry background. I'm changing it. Tab show in explicitly. You know, if you have a decent small laptop, you can run the OBS on it, and you can do what we are doing. You can start encouraging yourself, because we are coming out of the shithole. Then there will be support for everybody in the long run when we have a nation that values human life. Nigeria does not value your life, okay? So those of you that are saying, we go die for this country, man. Look, Okparaji died playing football for Nigeria. I don't think anybody remembers him today. So, but I'm a coup for Nigeria. You will just die for the politicians that their children are enjoying life outside. They are engaging. They are getting married. They are making money. They are buying house that they cannot. Isheti big house, mansion. They are living big life. You told them Nigeria, Oko security fund, and all that and all that. So don't waste your energy to say you will die for Nigeria. Okay, is a stupid statement to be saying that I will die for Nigeria. You die for nothing, and nobody will remember you. People that even have value died for Nigeria, and up to now, I don't think anybody remember them. And tonight, as we speak right now, it is 2:30 p.m. Sunday, as we continue Sunday, November 20th. Let me read this quickly, and then we will go into more conversation as we have them. This was written by Kayode Emola, and the headline is Voice of Emancipation, Yoruba Sovereign Nation. Are you ready? With a question mark. By Kayode Emola. As the campaign for the actualization of Yoruba nation, Yoruba sovereign nation. Sometimes people say Yoruba sovereign nation, sometimes just say Yoruba nation. It's still the same thing. Don't mix it up, okay? So, it's still the same. As the campaign for the actualization of Yoruba sovereign nation reaches its defined moment, there needs to be an assessment of the level of readiness amongst our people. The opinions on these are divided, with some people of the view that we are ill prepared. On the ready, gbáradì tó. Mo kàn try láti, ṣe àyàn gbé fún ẹ níbẹ̀ yẹn ni. Some people think that we require time. Ẹ jẹ́ ká jẹ́ kí Tinubu tẹ̀ wọlé náà. Ẹ jẹ́ irú àwọn tìjẹ́, àwọn olè, àwọn tìjẹ́ tọ́nà àwọn fi support Tinubu tó wà láàrin wa tó ń ṣekú ṣẹyẹ ọ̀pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà. Ẹ jẹ́ ká túbọ̀ ṣe sùúrù díẹ̀ sí, ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe campaign and ẹ jẹ́ ká ní rédíò, ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ káàkiri, ká pín gbogbo nǹkan káàkiri kí gbogbo èèyàn gbọ́ ká tó lọ. They are saying that we require time. Some people will believe that we as ready as we can, somebody like me. And if we don't take our opportunity now, we will never achieve independence. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí pé ẹ káàsán, ẹ káalẹ́, ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́ níbikíbi tẹ́ bá ti ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Just few days ago, Kayode Emola ló kọ eléyìí o. I'm just reading it out because kò ń ṣe gbogbo èèyàn ló máa ti bá pàdé. Just few days ago, I read the story of the Jewish people. Ẹ mọ̀ pé a máa ń lo àwọn Jews, a máa fi ń ṣàpèjúwe, Jewish funding, kìíní kan Jew, kìíní kan Jew. But ǹjẹ́ a mọ bó ṣe di wọ́n di tó dì lẹ́nìí? Just a few days ago, I read the story of the Jewish people as recounted by the long-serving Israel Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu. It described how less than 75 years ago, there was no nation of Israel. Yet, by holding their ground against 6 powerful Arab armies, they built a nation that is still standing today. Who is still saying, ní ẹ̀pà, ànírèké kò tí ì tó ní Kóìkì mama káwọn èèyàn síta àjẹun kánú fún wa lóúnjẹ fún wa ní gbogbo nǹkan a ní the diplomacy oríṣiríṣi excuses là ń give. Furthermore, recall how the Egyptians held their own against the might of British and French and Israel armies during the Suez Canal crisis of 1956. Àwa kọ́ la máa kọ́kọ́ wà nínú wàhálà báyìí. Àwa máa bọ́ àmọ́ a gbọ́dọ̀ fi ẹ̀mí wa pé a fẹ́ bọ́. Kò ń ṣe pé ẹ̀mí wa máa bọ́ sí ó máa já sínú ẹ̀. No, pé ẹ̀mí wa a gbọ́dọ̀ fi tọkàntọkàn pé gbogbo tó bá gbà òun la fẹ́ fún. Gbogbo pé àìtí rẹ́dì yẹn a lè ever rẹ́dì torí pé a lè ní gbogbo nǹkan. These two examples tí Káyọ̀dé mọ̀la show that readiness and resilience have nothing to do with amazing military might. Ṣe lè bá Nigerian government jà ta ló sọ pé ó fẹ́ jà àwọn ọ̀nà fẹ́ jà àná fẹ́ gba ìlú ni. Ṣe kú à ń ṣe kú dìtà à ń ṣe àwọn tó ṣe kú in the 60s, in the 70s, in the 80s. Even Buhari, dead or alive, was a coup plotter. Ó ṣe kú ni kó tó di pé Babangida gbàdànù. They are all coup plotter. Àwọn ò ṣe kú. Ìlú la fẹ́ gbà. Ó wá kù sí wọ bó ṣe máa make sure pé nígbà tó bá ní ká jáde ìwọ náà máa jáde wàá dé hold the ground there àti instruction, just as I said yesterday. Instruction. Dúró síbẹ̀ yẹn máa lọ. Ibẹ̀ ló máa dúró sí. A ti ń pẹ́jù níbí o. Whoa. No. It's not going to work. Because gbogbo wa ò lè wà ní the same position at the same time. Mo gbọ́dọ̀ wà níbi tí Ìgbòho bá wà kí ló fẹ́ wà níbi tí Ìgbòho wà fún. Dúró sí Kogi kò bá wa hold Kogi mọ́lẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ìyá Kogi tí mo fi tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀ kí. Bá wa dúró sí Ìlọrin ẹ bá wa di jẹ́bà yẹn mú wọ́n ò gbọ́dọ̀ sọ̀kalẹ̀ kí ló fẹ́ fẹ́ wá sẹ́kọ̀ọ́ fún at the appropriate time. Àwa kọ́ là ń ṣe coup. Buhari was a coup plotter. Buhari tó wà ní president yìí dead or alive because tó bá wà láyé is sherry brainer ó ti di tọmọ kékeré kò rántí nǹkan kan mọ́ bó ṣe wà yẹn. A máa ní bó ṣe ìyẹn ló ṣe ń wá sí UK tó wá kátà agree pé kò tí kú àbí ó wà láyé but kí ìwúlò ẹ̀ kí ló ṣe fún yín nísìn. Ìwúlò Buhari tẹ lọ gbé wá èyí tẹ̀ ń ṣe APC kí ni ìwúlò ẹ̀ fún yín. Tinubu gan tẹ́ ń pariwo ẹ mọ̀ pé mo fẹ́ dárúkọ ẹ̀ kàn ṣe pé a lè dárúkọ ẹ̀ because I don't see anything to be giving him that kind of publicity. 8 years tí Tinubu bá ṣe tán kí Ìbọ́lá máa padà sí àtúmọ̀ wá Fáṣọlá tó tún máa lọ àbí ẹ̀yin mùmú ọ̀dẹ̀ àbẹ́ ẹ̀ mọ̀ pé Fúlàní àwọn náà gbọ́n wọ́n gbé terrorist person sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ Tinubu. Èmi sọ pé mi ò hate Tinubu and I say it all the time but he hasn't got the capacity that I have in terms of pé in tèmi sọ ó yàtọ̀ sí tóun sọ òun wo ti sìn èmi wo the long term because kí ni the long term tí mò ń wò just as the FIFA president say 3,000 years ago àwọn Western world created a mess and that mess láti wà nínú ẹ̀ táì ti resolve so lè compare me àti Tinubu because Tinubu is thinking about his selfish interest. I am thinking about the interest of all the Yorubas in the long run because àti Tinubu àtèmi o at some point we will die natural nìyẹn. I give him 100 years èmi náà fúnra mi ní 100 years we will die. Tàbá wa kú kí la máa fi sílẹ̀ Aláàfin tó kú lánàá dà kí ló fi sílẹ̀ fún wa. The mess country náà la ṣe wà nínú ẹ̀ tó bá jẹ́ pé bàbá yẹn ti fi àṣẹ sí pé gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá àṣẹ Nàìjíríà mọ̀ ṣé wọ́n máa wá mu nínú pálásẹ̀ ni tó bá jẹ́ pé ikú bàbá yèyé tẹ̀mí rí tó ń ṣe méjì tó ń ṣe mẹ́rin tó ń ṣe mẹ́ta tí mo dẹ̀ mọ́ tó ń sọ fún wa tó bá jẹ́ pé bàbá yẹn jẹ́ kí n ṣe fídíò irú fídíò yẹn nísìnyí máa gbé jáde pé bàbá ń tó sọ lélẹ̀ tí bá sọ nísìnyí ẹ sọ pé àbí àmọ́ parọ́ mọ́ ni torí èmi rí bàbá yẹn èmi àti Ìgbòho rí bàbá ikú bàbá yèyé mo dẹ̀ mọ́ tó sọ sí mi létí but the problem is ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe fídíò bàbá ká tẹ̀ tọ́jú ẹ̀ sí archive ẹ má ṣe fídíò bàbá ti kú nísìn ẹnu ẹ̀ láwà báyìí nísìn bàbá yẹn ti kú nísìn ẹnu ẹ̀ náà láwà báyìí because they did not want to say what people want to hear outside. They wanted to say what the government or those that were probably their own friends around the world imagine tó bá jẹ́ pé Aláàfin of Ọ̀yọ́ sọ pé Yorùbá nation ni ta ló máa mú bàbá yẹn no ta ló fẹ́ mú bàbá yẹn lèmi ń béèrè ta ló fẹ́ mú wọn ta ló fẹ́ lọ arrest wọn kábíyèsí Elédùmarè mo tẹ̀ tún wo bàbá wa Chief Igboho ó tún fún bàbá yẹn ní gbogbo assurance pé bàbá ẹ jẹ́ kí Koiki ṣe record kékeré kátẹ̀ ní kinní àsáká ẹ̀ o lè sọ pé mi ò rí ikú bàbá yèyè ìwọ ló lè sọ pé ìwọ ò tí ì rí wọn èmi jókòó pẹ̀lú wọn àdẹ̀jú 4 lọ nínú yàrá at some point nígbà míì àjù 3 lọ I'm talking about the late ikú bàbá yèyè kọ́lọ̀ bá wa fọ̀run kẹ́ wọn so kí la wá ń sọ nísìn tèmi wá ń sọ nísìn pé ká gba Yorùbá nation ẹ wá ń sọ̀rọ̀ Tinubu náà máa kú níjọ́ kan èmi náà máa kú gbogbo wa máa kú but kí la fẹ́ fi sílẹ̀ fáwọn ọmọ wa òun lèmi sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí Tinubu ò sọ̀rọ̀ lórí yẹn àwọn máa ṣe títì ó máa ṣe ná èyí tẹ́ ṣe for the last 62 years tó lọ gbé Buhari wá ṣèbí Buhari náà lẹ́ ń wò lọ níwájú ẹ̀ tíyàwó ẹ̀ ń gbé ní Dubai so when I talk I know what I'm talking about èmi jókòó pẹ̀lú bàbá ni kọ́lọ̀ bá ń fọ̀rún kẹ́ bàbá yẹn I'm talking about ikú bàbá yèyè so kí la wá ń sọ so ìwọ tó wá ń sọ pé ẹ lọ wo palace of bàbá nísìn you can see that I'm sure that termite ó kàn rìn káàkiri ní palace nísìn ṣé bí termite ṣe ń rìn káàkiri ní Buckingham Palace nìyẹn à ń sọ̀rọ̀ ọjọ́ ọ̀la ìtòfi lè mú ikú bàbá yèyè tán ní ikú òní dé ikú dẹ̀ wọlé ó pa bàbá yẹn náà ni ta ni ikú òní pa láàrin gbogbo wa ẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ 8 years àwa ń sọ̀rọ̀ the long term vision tó máa ṣàǹfààní fọ́mọ Yorùbá mo rí ẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ Castle Studio one of my closest friends àti mọ́ra nísìn kò ń sọ̀rọ̀ rí UK náà àjọ wọ secondary school ni Castle Studios tẹ̀rín yẹn lórí YouTube artist tó láyé yóò sí tó bá jókòó á draw ẹ látòkè délẹ̀ secondary school èmi ti mọ̀ yẹn talent ti pọ̀ jù welcome on board so kí a lọ ikú wọlé ó pa bàbá yẹn wọ́n ní yàn kí n kó ọ̀nà àbá kí n kó ọba wájà ni ó wọlé ó mú bàbá lọ so ìyẹn làwa ń sọ pé ẹ má sọ pé àìtí ready a nídìí gbogbo nǹkan ẹ mọ̀ là ń sọ nínú nǹkan tá à ń kà lọ tá a máa padà sí pé Israel was never ready Egypt bá France wọ́n bá Israel wọ́n dẹ̀ bá UK wọ́n bá wọn jà ìlú mẹ́ta ẹ lọ wo Ataturk ẹni tó bá ọmọ Israel ẹ lọ wo bọ̀bọ̀ kan tó ń pè ní Ataturk àwọn ti Turkey lọ́hùn ẹ lọ gbọ́ history Ataturk ó dìde dọ̀là wọn ń worship ẹ̀ nílùú ẹ̀ títí di bí ṣe ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí ni kò síbi tẹ́ bá lọ èmi ti dé Turkey bí ẹ̀mí ló kan rí kò síbi tẹ́ bá lọ ní Turkey lénìí ẹ máa rí àwòrán Ataturk bí ẹ̀mí tó ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀ jẹ́ lọ mú jáde fún yín ẹlòmíì ò mọ̀ kankan àtún máa sọ fún yín à máa ṣàlàyé fún yín Ataturk in spelling Ataturk I hope I spell it right ajáde anyway Ataturk Mustapha Kamil kábíyèsí ọlọ́run àwọn eléyìí defend àwọn eléyìí jàjà pé àwọn ò ní òmìnira òun ṣe ń tẹ́fí òmìnira òun ṣe tí wọ́n fi ṣeré òmìnira lẹ́sẹ̀ ń bèrè pé Koiki kí ló fowó ṣe kẹ̀kẹ́ Koiki kí la fi no òmìnira èèyàn máa ná gbogbo nǹkan sínú ẹ̀ ní just to make sure you get the freedom but you cannot get the perfection ẹ lọ ka history Ataturk èmi ti kà á ìwọ náà lọ kà á mọ̀ ní time láti máa ṣe analysis yẹn lénìí that will be some other time ó dọ̀la ìtí Ìgbòho ṣe lénìí ó jẹ́ kí a máa yìn ní òrèkóòrè nítorí pé kò ń ṣe Ìgbòho nìkan ni alágbára tó ń bẹ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá àmọ́ òun ni ó gbójú ẹ̀ jáde pé àníṣe ìran òun ò ní gbà àmà Uche welcome on board Ìgbòho ló jáde pé ṣé gbogbo tó bá gbà òun máa bá wọn fún ó dẹ̀ ní pé ká lọ ṣe sùúrù díẹ̀ ó ná wọn ò yí òun padà owó ò kì í ṣe àwọn bàbá tó lè sọ̀rọ̀ tán délẹ̀ èmi tẹ̀lé Ìgbòho káàkiri adá àwọn ibì kankan tá a gbọ́dọ̀ máa sọ nísìn tó ń bo Ìgbòho pé ó dẹ̀ sọ fún wọn pé àná òun fún yín ní assurance òun fún yín ní assurance Elédùmarè pé kò sí kankan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ where is Aláàfin now he's gone we will only remember all the good things he has done and he was a good man from what I can say. If he's not good to you, it's the entire. He was a good man. At least I met our Baba before he died. Not more than 4 times. which I don't have to go into all the details. And if you want me to prove it, money picture tí mo yà pẹ̀lú wọn. But one thing is, I would have loved that man to have given us that interview of 5 minutes to tell us exactly into wà nínú mind wọn tí wọ́n lè sọ síta tó wọ́n sọ nínú inú kọ̀rọ̀ àní ọba ọgbọ́dọ̀ fi gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ tán àwọn dà nísìn ilẹ̀ Yorùbá nísìn àfi káwa gbà nísìn kí ayé àwọn ọmọ bàbá náà lè dá. Yes, a lè rán àwọn ọmọ bàbá tó gbà tọwọ́ òkè. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi kan fẹ́ kan náà ìyàwó ọmọ bàbá. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi close friend mi ó fẹ́ ìkan náà ọmọ Aláàfin tọ́jọ́ ń gbé títí dọ̀la. Àwọn lè wọ òkè. Ṣé ìwọ wà òkè lèmi sọ nísìn? Ṣé ìwọ wà òkè? There's no update yet. And don't be the update here. There's no update. And we talked about that yesterday. We're not going to that today. The update, Baba, we give everybody updates. Let's continue to pray for him. That's all. This is what we are saying. It's a leadership problem. Leadership will call leadership. Let's go back to what Kayode Mola was telling us. And to about matter took only kódà dọ̀la sẹ́ni mo sọ kò sí ṣọ́ọ̀pù náà láyé tó bá lọ ní Turkey o máa rí picture ẹ̀ níbẹ̀ ni wọ́n ń worship ẹ̀ bí ìṣọ̀pọ̀n náà ni. Ọlọ́dẹ bá wa ti bàbá wa náà á bá wa dúró ti bàbá wa Ìgbòho Òòṣà gbogbo tó bá fẹ́ òun ni ká máa fún. Wọ́n ní ká máa ṣàdúrà fún lójoojúmọ́. Èèyàn kan tún send message sí mi àdúrà ojoojúmọ́ kò gbọ́ kódà ó máa ṣe fún Ìgbòho ni torí pé he has left everything and says enough is enough. Let's go back into the conversation. These two examples show that readiness and resilience have nothing to do with amazing military might. Attaining Yoruba independence is not predicted solely on gathering all the armies of the world to fight Nigeria. Bódìgbà tá a bá ní gbogbo army láti bá Nàìjíríà jà ká tó declare. Rather, our readiness is built on our mental alertness, Musolano, to the many injustices we Yorubas have faced and are still facing in Nigeria. We're still facing a lot of injustice. Injustice on a daily basis is going on in Nigeria that is affecting the Yoruba people. And we must stop it this year. And don't let anybody bully you. Yoruba nation is not a crime. Kì í ṣe terrorist. We are self-determination and it's our right to that. And we are coming out of Nigeria. Whether you like that statement or not is entirely up to you. Our readiness is standing up. No, our readiness is our willingness to raise our voice to call for an end to it. I think I missed a little bit. Our readiness is built on our mental alertness to the many injustices we as Yoruba are faced and are still facing in Nigeria. Our readiness is our willingness to raise our voice to call for an end to it. Our readiness is standing up for our rights, holding fast to our position that there will be no general election 2023 until the fundamental question of sovereignty is addressed. If sovereignty belongs to the people, then we, the people, need to join hands and fight that right. I'll read that again, and I'll try to explain it as much as I can in Yoruba. Our readiness, ìgbáradì, is standing, ká dúró, up for our right, ká dúró fún ẹ̀tọ́ wa, holding fast to our position. Tó bá ní kó dúró síbi kan bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ló máa dúró sí, ló máa hold it dáadáa, that there will be no general election in 2020. Pé kò ní sí election nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ní 2023 until the fundamental question, until tí ìbéèrè tó ṣe pàtàkì pé sovereignty yẹn, they must address it. Tó bá ti address it, there will not be Nigeria again, and it's as simple as that. Tí wọ́n bá ti address the sovereignty yẹn, there will not be Nigeria. And just before I go further, there will be from the Biafra this coming Monday at exactly 8 p.m. Yoruba time, where our brother, the one and only, the Mazi Simon Ekpa, will be having what we call the State of the Nation address. Koikimedia will be broadcasting that as well, and you will also be able to watch it on our timeline. So historically, State of the Nation address is going to happen at 8 p.m. Biafra and Oduduwa time, Monday, 21st of November, 2022. It's also going to be happening on the VOB 97.5 FM and all the social media platform that is linked as well to koikimedia. So Monday, you'll be listening to Simon Ekpa on koikimedia as we'll be picking that transmission, and that will now continue as we have our alliance. So when they have anything and we have anything, they will broadcast it as well. And very soon, there will be much more conversation that will be going between us using our platform to educate, to make sure that our people from both sides understand that the one common enemy is the Fulani that wants to take our land. And we are not going to cave in for that. We are not going to be scared of that. We will do whatever it takes to make sure that that is stopped until our sovereignty is addressed, just as Kayode Mola is saying. If our sovereignty is not addressed, then there will also not be a Nigeria. Let's continue with the conversation. The time is 2:49 p.m. local time in London, and today is Sunday, 20th of November. Let's continue. In preparing to reclaim our sovereignty, we must understand the challenges ahead and formulate contingencies for when they arise. When you see challenges, there will be a lot of challenges until we get our Yoruba nation, and whatever challenges, we must be ready to make sure we hold on to it. First of those challenges is to identify who and what we are really fighting in the struggle for the freedom from Nigeria. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ tẹ̀ mọ́ tá à ń jà fún ọ̀rọ̀ pé Fúlàní tó wà ní gbólà torí ẹ̀jà no. A fẹ́ jà fún ẹ̀tọ́ wa láti gba ìlú wa. Just how many people have heard about this country? I got to know this country from this young girl. They're called this girl. How many people have heard about Samoa? Samoa. There's a country called Samoa somewhere in New Zealand / Australia. Èèyàn mélòó ló ti gbọ́ nípa wọn rí? You think power nìkan ni indigenous people? Ṣẹ̀rí bó ṣe fi ìlà torí ó jẹ́ tribe ó fi síbẹ̀ ó wà proud. Fine girl yìí, beautiful girl or beautiful woman, if that's what you want to call her, representing a country. How many people have heard about this country before? Ìwọ tó ní kò lè bá sí ẹ Nàìjíríà yẹn ti tóbi jù. How many people have heard about this country called Samoa? Let me first give you what will shock you. When we talk about this country, their passport ranking today is number 43 out of 129 destinations. The Samoan passport currently ranks on number 43. Nigeria is number 87, somewhere around there, if not 89. On the 43 place according to the Guide Passport Ranking Index. It provides visa-free access to 129 countries. Tó bá láǹfààní àti fẹ́ ìkànnà àwọn ọmọ ìlú yìí tó dẹ̀ gba passport wọn, ayé tiẹ̀ náà ti dá nìyẹn. Just àbáwá náà ṣe ní káyé wa dá nígbà tá a bá gba Yorùbá nation tán. Ayé wa ò lè dá, kò ń ṣe pé a fẹ́ máa ṣépè fúnra wa. For us to remain in Nigeria, we will continue to live inside a danger because our identity as the real Yorubas has been locked inside Nigeria, and we must stop it. And that's the reason why we are calling on everyone to be involved. Not that we hate, like I said, all those that are supporting these criminal politicians, but we are not going to cave in. How many of you have heard about this country before? How many people? As we continue. Kalele tó ń sọ pé Koiki, when you say late Aláàfin agreed to with Yoruba nation but refused your request to do a live video to me, I disagree with the reason to that assertion. Okay. At least ìwọ ṣá ẹ̀yin ṣá rí Aláàfin rí, èmi mo rí Aláàfin mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ tó sọ. Ẹ fẹ́ kí n sọ gbogbo tó sọ ni irọ́ dẹ̀ lẹ́pa. Ẹ tún lọ dífá yín lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Tó ń ṣe gbogbo nǹkan la máa sọ nísìnyí. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gba Yoruba nation tán. Ẹ lọ máa sọ yẹn fúnra yín. I met him not more than one time, not two times, not three times. So, and it's a privilege. So, bí ẹ fẹ́ kí n sọ gbogbo tó ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin wa nínú meeting yẹn, àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́, Serious. Let's now talk about this country a little bit. For those that probably don't even understand that there are countries around the world. This country, global population is 200,000. And I went to find out báwo làwọn ṣe gba independent tiwọn. And I got something out of it. New Zealand administer Western Samoa under the auspice of the League of Nations and then as a United Nations trustship until independent in 1962. West Samoa was the first Pacific island country to gain its independence in July. No, independent. Àwọn ọkọ̀ gba independence wọn ní 1962. And gbogbo population wọn ò ju 200,000 lọ. Ṣé torí pé àwọn jẹ́ aláwọ̀ funfun ni tí wọ́n ṣe ń yàtọ̀ ni àbí torí àwa jẹ́ aláwọ̀ dúdú àwa gbọ́dọ̀ lọ máa gbàṣẹ lọ́wọ́ aláwọ̀ funfun ká tó declare ká tó jáde pé à ń tẹ́ fẹ́ lélẹ́yìí. Mò ń béèrè ni o fẹ́yìn tẹ́ máa ń sọ pé a gbọ́dọ̀ lọ bá wọn ná a gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe gbogbo nǹkan tó bá ní ká ṣe. Nígbà tó di 1997 gbogbo ẹ̀ tẹ́ bá ní kí la máa ṣe nísìn there will always be changes along the line. We can change anything. A lè change flag wa, a lè change owó wa. Kò sígbà tá a lè ṣe anything at the appropriate time if we think and we believe it is needed. So this fear pé gbogbo nǹkan a gbọ́dọ̀ perfect it, a gbọ́dọ̀ get it right is because nìkan ṣe fáwọn tó máa ń béèrè àwọn ìbéèrè nonsense yẹn. Nìkan kan ṣe ni. Nígbà tó máa di 1997 the constitution was amended to change kódà àwọn ilé tún change orúkọ ìlú wọn. Mr. Koiki báwo lè ṣe wá ń jẹ́ Yorùbá nation nísìnyí àwọn Ẹdó ńkọ́ àwọn Delta ńkọ́ àwọn ọmọ Odùduwà náà ni a ní ká kọ́kọ́ gba freedom a máa wíru wá máa wíru a máa wí tàbá sọ A wá sọ B tàbá sọ A wá sọ B tàbá sọ Z àwọn tó fẹ́ kọ́ṣà máa dà wá ní rògbòrìbó àwọn nonsense question gbogbo nǹkan làwọn èèyàn fẹ́ mọ̀ nísìn gbogbo nǹkan ló fẹ́ mọ̀ gbogbo nǹkan ni wọ́n fẹ́ mọ̀ nísìn àwọn tó gba independent gan ní 1962 nígbà tó máa di 1997 wọ́n rí pé ó dà pé a gbọ́dọ̀ change constitution o and nígbà tó change constitution wọ́n change orúkọ wọn láti Western Samoa wọ́n dá padà sí Samoa nìkan kí ló dé tó ṣe yọ Western àwọn ọlọ́mọ bí ẹ̀wọ̀ tẹ̀ fẹ́ ní kankan ṣe pẹ̀lú Western ni only God knows and these are the people I follow them a lot ẹ̀rù pàwọn nìkan là ń jà ni I was watching this guy yesterday he was talking about some energy some kind of energy lórí ọ̀rọ̀ the moon mọ̀ pé gbogbo àwọn kìíní yẹn lọ ẹ̀rù pàwọn nìkan là ń ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ àwa là ń ṣẹ̀sìn no àwọn eléyìí tó ṣẹ̀sìn ṣé Ọlọ́run ò ní nífẹ̀ẹ́ wọn èmi béèrè ni o tẹ́yìn fẹ́ para yín ó dìgbà tí àwọn mùsùlùmí ò ní gbà ká gba Yorùbá nation nítorí aláwo ni wá no ẹ sọ fáwọn eléyìí tí wọ́n ṣe mùsùlùmí àwọn ẹ̀yin nìkan lẹ mọ Ọlọ́run èmi béèrè ni o and I follow them a lot just as I do with a lot of different àwọn náà wọ́n ní religion tiwọn wọ́n ní culture tiwọn èyí tó bá fẹ́ jẹ́ Christian lè jẹ́ Christian èyí tó bá fẹ́ jẹ́ Muslim lè jẹ́ Muslim èyí tó bá dẹ̀ fẹ́ jẹ́ méjèèjì àní táwọn náà máa ṣe but one thing is their population today is not up to 300,000 and we have people wọ́n ní club tiwọn àwọn náà rugby làwọn máa ń sábà play Australian retain Rugby World Cup after holding of the spirited Samoa bí àwọn àti Samoa lọ́jọ́ play so wọ́n like rugby ní gbogbo area yẹn ẹ̀wọ̀n lélẹ́yìn nísìnyàn lọ́ní kọ́ fún wọn lówó tèmi bá ní kẹ́ fún mi lówó nísìn Koiki o ti like owó jù jàre o ti like owó jù òun lélẹ́yìn sọ pé kọ́ni tó bá fẹ́ fún àwọn lówó nísìn. There are plenty of contenders in the annals of rugby league history to choose from. This could well be most dominant day in Australia long and hilarious history. No two rugby league World Cup are the same in the terms of the narratives, the plot line, the stories that are told. They are thrilling, roller coaster, blah, 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 blah. But the most important thing is I think Australia won. Àwa rèé nísìn. A ní ká gba ìlú. Tàbá wíru, ẹlòmíà wí bí. Ṣé àwọn ilé nísìn 200,000 passport wọn lọ sí visa free tó bá kọ̀ ra tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì báyìí ó ń lọ níbi tó bá ń lọ ló bá débẹ̀ ó máa lù wọlé. òun ní nísìn 992 countries nílùú wọn dé shit hole country like Nigeria. And let's look at the Nigerian passport index. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wò in 2021 number 96 ní Nigeria number 96 ní Nigeria wà ìlú àgbákò country àgbákò Charles Olúmọ country òun ní Nigeria. Ta ló máa jẹ́ kẹ́ wọlé because mọ̀ pé tó bá ti wọlé ò ní jáde mọ́. So that's why they are not going to allow you to come in. 96 ní Nigeria wà as at last year lélẹ́yìí 2021. The Nigerian passport is currently ranked 96 among global passports. Ibẹ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ la fi lò mọ́. I want to go back to El Mola where I was actually reading from. Now let's quickly complete this and then we will open our phone line and then we can take our calls as usual. Do not call as we are still in the program. Now, let me read back again. In preparing to reclaim our sovereignty, we must understand the challenges ahead and formulate contingencies for when they arise. Ẹni tó bá yìnbọn fún as an example is part of contingency. Ní gbogbo nǹkan we understand. We must prepare for those contingencies. Ẹni tí ó bá need this, ẹni tó bá need that. First of those challenges is to identify who and what we are really fighting in the struggle for freedom from Nigeria. My assessment is that the fight is against our fellow Yoruba people. I've said it before myself. Àwọn tá kọ́kọ́ ń bá jà náà òun ni àwọn Yorùbá wa because àwọn gan lọ fẹ́ jẹ́ ká lọ. Àwọn gan ni igi tó ń da gbogbo ẹ̀rú tó ń sọ fún Fúlàní pé kò sí nǹkan kan àwọn ọmọ yẹn àwọn máa deal pẹ̀lú wọn. Then the Nigerian passport is a scam to other countries. Tó bá ṣe ń rí bá wọn máa ń sá lọ ni pé Nigerian passport wọ́n máa lọ mú telescope tó máa fi wo ni kó máa pé fake ni. These rulers fail to recognize that they are representing the people just like I said pé Aláàfin before he died. Representing the people and need to at all times fight for their interest. If the traditional leaders ẹ̀gbọ́n kan tí ẹ mọ̀ lásán níbí báyìí o just as what I've said before. ẹ mọ̀ lásán pé if tó bá jẹ́ pé àwọn traditional leaders wa gbogbo àwọn ọba láìláì ìgbólẹ̀ Yorùbá had openly tó jáde and enormously declared that the atrocity committed by the Fulani marauders on the Yoruba soil must stop, or else they would take action to pull Yoruba nation out of Nigeria, the situation would have been a different ball game, with Yoruba edging towards sovereignty long before now. But nígbà tó bá ń lọ ọba ní sójà ó ní DSS ó ní security tó bá pàdé Fúlàní wọ́n á yìnbọn fún wọn dànù tó bá tẹ̀ rí tíṣẹ̀ ṣe lò. Second on the list are the politicians. Àwọn èèyàn máa ń rò pé àwọn rò pé invisible àwọn gbogbo àwọn Yorùbá politicians from PDP to whatever political party that they are all operating in that criminal country they call Nigeria. Because Nigeria was never a country. It was forced on us by the British government in 1914. And it is now the appropriate time to withdraw the Yoruba from that. Whether some Yoruba agree with it is not our own concern. Our concern is those that disagree with it cannot keep us in danger. If not, we will all live in fear for the rest of our lives. Second on the list are the politicians. Our politicians olè oníjẹkújẹ. Our politicians tí wọ́n ti bayé jẹ́. Our politicians tó rò pé àwọn wà bígbà tí pé àárín wọn. These are the direct beneficiaries. Àwọn tó ń jẹ mùdùmùdù inú Nàìjíríà. Direct beneficiaries of Nigerians' decadence. Tá bá sọ pé nǹkan decadence ní tó ti bàjẹ́. And so have a vast interest in preserving the status quo. Any variation of the current dynamic may be unfavorable for them, even potentially displacing their entirely from their hegemonic empire. They are willingly trade the destruction of their people's future in exchange for their own comfort and security. Wọ́n ti tà wá dànù. Wọ́n ti ta gbogbo wa dànù. Àwọn politician yìí wò. Wọ́n ti ta gbogbo wa, wọ́n ti kó wa mẹ́rẹ̀. And that is why we must all come out when we are called to do so. The third set are our unsuspecting populace who still endorse Nigeria as a nation. Everyone is, hey, Peter, Obi, oh. Hey, Atiku, oh. Hey, Tinubu, oh. Hey, APC, oh. I have conversation with a Ghanaian lady this year, and I want you to listen to this. I'm not going to interrupt this now. I had a conversation with a Ghanaian lady earlier this year. I told her when asked that I am from Yoruba land. She insisted that I was therefore from Nigeria, whilst I maintained the distinction that I am from Yoruba land, not Nigeria. In ensuing debate, I asked her, what language does Nigeria speak? And this is what I always ask you to do as well. Anybody say you are a Nigerian, say no, I am not. And if anything, ask them what language Nigeria speak. I'm English. When she answered English, I pointed out that English is not a Nigerian language. Mo sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Samoa lẹ́ẹ̀kan àbí ǹjẹ́ mọ̀ pé wọ́n ní language tiwọn ìlú tí mo sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn, this country. They have their own language that they speak. And what is that language? The language is called Samoan, and they also speak English. These are the official language, but Nigeria is not. English is not our official language. I'm going to come back to this fully before we take our calls. This is a Duke. A lot of politicians on here. So let's come back here and finish this. She insisted that I was therefore from Nigeria, whilst I maintained the distinction that I am from Yoruba land and not Nigeria. In ensuing debate, I asked her, what language does Nigeria speak? When she answered English, I pointed out that English is not a Nigerian language but was artificially imposed on the people. At the end of the day, she asserted that we now accept as truth are in fact lies that we have been fed consistently over the decades. Nigeria is not a nation, but rather a country made up of many nations, forcible, amalgamated. Therefore, what we experience in Nigeria is not a national crisis, but a crisis of nationalities. Every election that has been conducted in Nigeria since 1966 has not been based on national issues, but on nationality issues. This is the sole reason that the North and the South divide still exist and can never be resolved. In order to end this divide and rebuild unity, Nigeria needs to be dissolved, with every nationality deciding for themselves the best way they want to be governed. Nigeria was created to serve the British interest and nothing more than that. And now that the British have left our shores, there is no reason for us to support this unsustainable arrangement that benefits no one but the political cabal. Every Yoruba person must realize that the only way to true freedom is if we control our own destiny, which can only be possible in a sovereign Yoruba nation. Anything less will simply perpetuate our status as second-class citizens, with foreigners dictating how we should live in our God-gifted ancestral homeland. From my interaction with a wide spectrum of Yoruba people, I can confidently say 90% of us want an independent Yoruba nation. However, less than 10 of us are ready to do what is necessary to achieve this noble goal. Imagine 90%, but only 10 are ready to do exactly what will take us out of Nigeria. As it is said, visionaries are few, but reactionaries are many. These reactionaries should take heed of the brewing revolution, knowing that it will be greater than anything seen before, and should ensure that they are prepared for the tumult that will follow. The Yoruba people are speaking, calling with one voice to proceed with the actualization of Yoruba national independence. For those who are yet to get ready, There's no time to procrastinate. Procrastinate. It is no longer a question of if, kò ń ṣe pé tí ó bá dàbí, no, but a question of when. And slowly but surely, that day is drawing ever nearer. Èyí tẹ́ ń béèrè pé nígbà wo ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀, lásìkò wo ni, ó ń súnmọ́ lójoojúmọ́ náà ni. I advise all, be ever ready, so that when the day arrives, we are not caught unaware. So that is about that. We talked about the FIFA earlier, and this is it again on Sky News. Should you not believe what I've said earlier? Because nígbà tí mi bá sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ tún máa béèrè pé ṣé Mr. Koiki ṣé contestant ṣé ti tán ni ṣá? Mo kàn fẹ́ béèrè ni o. Nígbà tẹ́ rí Koiki yẹn, àná nítorí pé àwọn kan lè kọ Koiki sí ni. Wọ́n ti rí lórí péjì wa o. Ṣé tó ti tán ni? Let's hear what Sky News say about the FIFA chief. World Cup 2022, FIFA chief Gianni Infantino hit out at Qatar criticism, saying European countries should instead be apologizing for the next 3,000 years. I don't have to go into all the details. If you want to read it, you can go and do that yourself. But one more article I want us to deal with before I now open my phone line officially. This is coming from Punch, and this was again yesterday, the 19th November 2022. Nigeria, beyond failed state, is now a global threat. I don't think some of you understand what it's a global threat. Ó ti dé ojú kókó nìyẹn. Èmi kọ́ mo sọ, lára àwọn politicians yìí náà ló sọ. A former governor of Cross River State, Donald Duke, has lamented that Nigeria is becoming a global threat, noting that the country has failed. Everybody knows that, but nobody wants to live in reality. Everybody still wants to go and do 2023. Get your PVC, oh. We vote them out, oh. We go and bring Labour Party, oh. We don't like Atiku, oh. We don't like Tinubu, oh. I don't know what constitution love if you run Nigeria. Mad people all over the place. Donald Duke, who insisted, Emma Bobito saw you, insisted that the system has been corrupted, stressed that no political party can get the country out of its current state. Wọ́n ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ ìbọ̀ díẹ̀ ni. Because Donald Duke sọ pé only the system has been corrupted. Ó wá sọ pé no political party ló lè yọ wá kúrò nínú ewu tá wà nínú ẹ̀. So those of you that are still thinking that you have a country, well, Donald Duke was a former governor, I believe, Cross River, and that's exactly what he said. He said this on Saturday at the Front Foot Media Initiative Roundtable discussion held in Lagos State. The former governor, who was on the keynote speaker at the media roundtable, lamented that media had lost its grip on holding the government accountable. Èmi sọ fún yín pé bọ́lẹ̀ kájà làwọn media tẹ nílé bí a díẹ̀ nù wọn ṣá ẹmọ náà pè ní bọ́lẹ̀ kájà. À ń sọ fún yín pé àwa là ń sọ òtítọ́. Ẹ máa ní àwọn media tó wà nílé ló máa jẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ bí òtítọ́ là ń sọ. Mad people all over the place. You are waiting for the bọ́lẹ̀ kájà, the brown envelope that gbogbo tó ń sọ púpọ̀ nínú wọn lọ ní account number wọn wà lọ́wọ́ àwọn politicians indirectly tọ́mọ bọ́ ṣe ń fún wọn ní owó. Èmi wá máa sọ fún yín pé ẹ jẹ́ àdádúró àní Koiki shut up. Ìwọ tó wà London ló máa sọ pé ká dádúró ta ni wọ́. Ṣẹ́yìn ẹlòmíràn ní ṣẹ́yìn tẹ́ fẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation ẹ̀yìn àtẹ̀ máa pa mí àwọn mùmú. Ṣẹ́yìn tẹ́ fẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation náà lélẹ̀. Dádì ẹ̀ tó gbìyànjú pé ká fi lọ, at least èmi ṣàtẹ̀ ń gbìyànjú. Dádì tiẹ̀ ò gbìyànjú, kàkà kí dádì tiẹ̀ gbìyànjú. Ta ló ń sọ pé kò sí sound? Bí alátọ̀dọ̀ yín ni o. So because I was actually off behind the camera, so I wouldn't have seen someone. I just actually perform me come mess around. But mo ti gbé comment. I was monitoring the comment on Koiki Media Facebook and also Koiki Oduduwa, but this YouTube I could not see the comment, but comment ẹ̀ ti jáde nísìn. So but ẹnìkan ló complain, so definitely their device yìí tẹ̀ ń lò ní on fún any problem. The sound is gone. All right, are we still with the sound in the broadcast, or is the sound gone? Not those on Facebook, oh. I'm talking about those on the YouTube. And I think my back-end team is also saying there's a sound problem. So all right. All right. Okay, let's continue. So Donald Duck sọ pé àwọn media tó ti gba ìmí gàrí lọ́lọ́ ń deliver sí ilé ìyá ẹ̀ àti bàbá ẹ̀. And that's why they cannot hold the government accountable to all the atrocities that is going on. He noted that politicians have directly, ẹ máa gbọ́ bíbá yo, kò ń ṣe Koiki ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ nísìnyí o. This is Donald Duck, the former governor of Cross River. And let me highlight that very well. Torí ẹ lè sọ pé mi ni mo sọ nísìnyí. Ó ní he noted that politicians, àwọn politicians tẹ́yìn ní káwa ní sùúrù fún, mo sọ fún àwọn politicians yẹn pé it's just a matter of time. Time ni. He noted that politicians have directly or indirectly taken over the ownership of media organizations. He expressed that the rot, ìbàjẹ́ tó wà nínú Nigeria, is so deep that even trying to do the right thing is odd to many people. Ìyẹn ló ṣe sọ pé kí lè mí pẹ̀fẹ́ ẹlòmíràn máa bí wá pé kí lè mí pẹ̀fẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation, kí lè mí bàdá. Ṣé ti sọ fún bàbá Lágídò yẹn tó wà lábẹ́òkúta, ṣé ti sọ fún Ọbásanjọ́, ẹ mọ̀ pé Ọbásanjọ́ ní ó mọ̀yàn káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé o, akọ́kọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ lọ túbà Ọbásanjọ́ o, ká lọ júbẹ̀ o. Ṣé ti sọ fún Bọ̀dé George, ṣé ti sọ tàti lọ́wọ́ máa ń sọ náà. Mad people all over the place. That's the question they always ask. Once again, akígbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. The only hope we can have is judicial reform pẹ̀lú Fúlàní tó wà níbẹ̀. Judicial reform is more pertinent, yeah, than political reform. The question now is, who is going to give you a Yoruba nation if we don't come out and declare ourselves? Nobody gives a country. Èmi ò rí ibi tí yàn kan máa ní ìlú kan máa wá fún yín ní country tẹ́yìn fún ara yín gan tí ẹ̀ ní kọ́kọ́ lọ ṣe the needful. Our first needful is we must all come out. And we come out in our numbers. Not the ṣúkúṣúkú. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kóra wa sójú kan. Èmi wá ń bèrè pé ṣé gbogbo state ilẹ̀ Yorùbá nísìn roughly give and take ẹ kàn wind it down to the barest minimum. Are we up to 2 million in each of our states? I'm just asking a question. Ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe lójú kan o, kérò lè pọ̀, this, that. We are looking for every excuse in this world. Every excuse. Abáṣojú tàbáṣí phone line ní sẹ́ Mr. Koiki ibi tẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ sí yẹn ẹ̀wọ̀n káwà la mọ̀rọ̀ gbọ́ àwa mọ̀rọ̀ gbọ́ o bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sọ yẹn ẹ má yẹ ká ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn o. Every time we are looking for excuses we are looking for, and that's why Emola was saying that out of the 90% of a Yoruba nation, only 10% are ready to do everything that we ask them to do. We open our phone line now. I haven't got the strength and the energy about our mute. If you want to so no phone, I'm just going to cut it off. Then I get it right. When you call, there's no reason why we should hear any background noise or anything. All we want to hear is your own voice using your mobile phone. I don't want to know whether you're watching me on that beautiful flat screen in your beautiful house, which is beautiful, or you have another iPad or iPhone or whatever. You call, and it is only on the phone. If you are not going to do that, please don't call, because no, I haven't got that energy. So we go with the first caller, and let's make it brief as well. Hello, caller. I'm going, sir. About the number sita the number initially plus 44 74 044059117. WhatsApp only. Don't try to call any other number. It is only this studio number. Go ahead and don't go. I do for long. Thank you very much. And that's a good energy. This caller has started with telling us that tó bá jẹ́ wa 10% yẹn nìkan ni wọ́n ní máa lọ. Èmi dúró lótìtọ́ 90% say they want Yoruba nation, but only 10% are serious. But we will get it. There's no doubt about that. But if we can get at least 50% more, it will go a long way. You can also add yours. Interface can be different from what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. You can take me to a different angle. If I see that there's reason or need for me to respond, I will respond. If there's no need, Bishimama will be Boliati Palile. Like I said, we are all in this together. It's a job that needs to be completed. Nobody's coming from anywhere. We are praying, agreed. We need money. I keep telling you, don't tell anybody or let anybody fool you. Need owó, àwọn gbowó lórí platform tí wọ́n nìyẹn, ìyẹn ṣe platform tèmi. If you want to support the main two central account and whatever account that they have there, go and do so. I'm not going to tell you not to do so. But when we are here, we say we need money. We need money. As simple as that. You don't have to contribute. It's voluntary as well. Please, it's only studio line. Don't call any other number. I will not pick it. The studio line is out there. And thank you so much again. I can appreciate those of you that are out there. Africa Confidential say I am among that 2%. No, it's even 10%, not 2%. So the number is +44 74 04405917. That is the studio number. My other number is not my studio number. There's a difference between studio number. So if you're calling again, you are disturbing. I can see a lot of people are calling that number. You are not in the broadcast. You are far. Ẹlòmíì ò sí. Ẹlòmíì ẹ kàn fi mímu tíì nínú ilé. Èmi á máa pariwo. Number la show lórí screen yẹn. Tí gbogbo wa ń rí. And you are still going to call a different number. I don't understand. I don't know. You know, I mean, wàá ṣeré jàre Mustapha jẹ́ Mpine. Jẹ́ Mpine láti bí báyìí. Thank you so much, my brother. I love you so much. À ń sọ pé kẹ nọ́mbà yẹn náà ló ń show lórí screen and the people will still take their phone. Ṣé tẹ bá ń send owó sáwọn èèyàn? A ó pẹ́ kì í ṣe mistake máa send owó sẹ́lòmíṣà. Because it is just a simple instruction. It's the number there, no other number. No other number. Tí bá jẹ́ pé phone ni mò ń lò nísìn, it's even a different thing. Tá bá ti ń lo studio broadcast, òun ló wà lórí screen yẹn. So, and I don't know what more I can do. You know, by telling people studio line is studio number, nothing more than that. The other number, òun lélẹ̀, mo fi èmi náà fi monitor comment yín, and tẹ́ bá pè sórí eléyìí, ó lè lẹ́fẹ̀ẹ́ pè sí, tẹ́ bá pè sí, ó máa hang, ní gbọ́ra wáyé, and ẹ máa stress èmi, ẹ máa stress àwọn àtàjọ́ wọn program. Ẹ̀gbọ́n sókè, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi tó ń pè.
Hello, Mr. Koiki.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ sà.
Ẹ kú ètò.
Ètò nìyẹn. Àmì dáàdì.
Ẹ rí ìlànà tó ń là wá lójú bí kẹ́mọ̀ báyìí mọ iye nǹkan tí ò jẹ́ àwọn èèyàn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni dáàdì. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni yẹn lọ́ọ́ ṣe ní kí n máa ṣe sùúrù. Wọ́n ní bí ṣe máa ń gbé yẹn, wọ́n ní tíṣà tèmi máa ń gbé kíákíá ni. But ẹ mọ̀ pé lásìkò ni mo ṣe ń push gbogbo ẹ̀. Àwọn èèyàn like football gan dáàdì. Èmi náà like football. But ǹjẹ́ èèyàn lè sọ pé FIFA president máa sọ fún wa pé ó jẹ́ kó lọ apologize fún wa fún atrocity tó ṣe ní 3,000 years plus another 3,000 years. Ẹgbọ́n sókè kọ́ máa ní mo tún jẹ́ kẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ dáàdì. Ẹgbọ́n sókè mo ń gbọ́ yín.
Òótọ́rọ̀ gidi ni máa yẹn mọ̀. Mi ò lè wá kó lè wá ju ìlú bàbá rẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni dáàdì.
Mo máa ń sọ fún mi ìdíkùn ìgbà. Abala enemies of progress tó tó sí àlàyé yìí. Ṣẹ́rí bíà bàbá number one enemies of progress ni. Ṣẹ́rí tẹ̀yìn bá ti ẹ̀ ta pé tẹ̀yìn bíà lójú ọ̀nà progress yẹn. Olú ẹ̀ tó padà kọ́yà tètè lọ tún ẹrù ẹ̀.
Ó máa difficult díẹ̀.
A ti gba Yorùbá nation. Àwọn ìbẹ̀rù kúrò nínú ọkàn wa ni.
Ó gbọ́dọ̀ jáde.
Tọ́lá àwọn táyọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àwọn tá a fẹ́ sọ pé ó kéye táwọn yóò rò kí ṣe tó ní nǹkan la fẹ́ gbà.
Ó yà mí lẹ́nu.
Nǹkan tara wa ni. Èmi ò rí rísì tá a fi kó wa bá British pé abẹ́ lọ gbá abẹ́ lọ àwọn ẹ wá tún kò kankan wo minister for African clinical yìí tí a mọ̀ pé mix race ni I know that woman very well mix race ni iṣẹ́ bá dẹ̀ fọ́ fún fèrè.
ló ń ka ìkèsí tó kàn wọ́n ní tó sọ fún ọ ló ń kà síta fún wa.
Exactly nítawọn amúnisìn yẹn sọ fún
òun ló kà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni
irọ́ ló sì pa èmi mo gbà kíní kan gbọ́ bí irọ́ bá ti lọ lógún ọdún ìṣẹ̀kọ́ tó ti tọ́ bá dìde yóò lé bá yóò tún yálẹ̀ irọ́ tí wọ́n fi gbé Nàìjíríà kalẹ̀
ó ti pọ̀ jù ó ti pọ̀ jù ó ti pọ̀ jù ó ti pọ̀ jù.
irọ́ tí wọ́n gbé kalẹ̀ wọ́n èyí sì ti tẹ́jú mọ́ wọn lọ́wọ́ Yorùbá ti já mọ́ àdìpọ̀ òun ẹ̀kọ́ ẹrú
àmín ẹ ṣé gan ni dáàdì adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ dáàdì wa tó tún jẹ́ kí a mọ̀ pé wọ́n ní tí irọ́ bá lọ lógún ọdún bó bá jáwọ́ náà la kúkú parọ́ àmọ́ ìyàtọ̀ tó wà ń bẹ̀ ni pé àwa mú ẹ̀rí wá FIFA president ló sọ̀rọ̀ kò ń ṣe Koiki ló sọ̀rọ̀ FIFA president a tún máa play video yẹn tó bá jẹ́ ṣe ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa ní ẹja lọ gbọ́ látọ̀dọ̀ grandma ẹ bá mute grandma ẹ mute mo mọ̀ pàgbàlagbà lẹ̀ yẹ bá mute ẹ mute tẹ́ fi ń gbọ́ mi inú ilé yẹn mọ́ mi nà ẹ kọ́ mute. ètò nìyẹn mà àwa nìyẹn.
Gbogbo síkà tẹ́sẹ̀ sílẹ̀ àti flag tẹ́sẹ̀ sílẹ̀ ẹ̀ṣẹ́ lágbára náà wò ní ṣàdúgbésà. Ṣé oníṣẹ́ Yorùbá lè ṣàtúntọ́ wọ́n lè wọ́n ló máa parí ẹ̀ lórúkọ Jésù? Wọ́n nígbà Yorùbá lè ṣàlẹ̀ yẹ o. Wọ́n nígbà lẹ̀ yẹ. O ò ní fọmọ ṣiṣẹ́ Yorùbá lè ṣà. O ò ní fàyà ṣiṣẹ́ Yorùbá lè ṣà. Ẹ̀mí ìwọ fún ara ẹ̀ ò ní lọ sí lórúkọ Jésù. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín o wàá kéré kó dédé. Lágbára náà wàá kéré kó dédé lò ní ṣàṣẹ́dà. Ẹ jọ ẹ bá wá sọ fún bàbá o àwọn èèyàn àwọn àti ń dúró lè wọ́n declaration gbogbo èèyàn ti dúró àti ń dúró àwọn táwọn sọ pé àti ìgbọ́sídà àti ìnímọ́tò àti ìní ambulance àti ìnígbà àti ìdáwó yẹn kí bàbá má dá wọn lóhùn dábàá gba Yorùbá lè ṣàá máa bọ́ sídà àmà ní ambulance àdínkù àṣẹ àgírí inú kọ́tà àwọn fúlà dé rẹ̀ náà bá dáadáa kó tí náà sọ pé àti àtìrí ẹ̀yọ́ ẹ bá wà bẹ́ bàbá àwọn èèyàn ti rẹ́ẹ̀dì àti pé táwọn àwọn náà ń dúró lè clarissa náà dúró lè o láàrẹ̀ bá wà láyọ̀ àtàkàbíà àgbà Yorùbá lè ṣàwọn òdodo tó kórìlẹ̀ ìpínlẹ̀ èkì ní Nàìjíríà orírọ́ náà mọ́lé ìpìlẹ̀ Nàìjíríà irọ́ ni àárín irọ́ ni ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ irọ́ ni òdodo lórí ẹgbẹ́ orílẹ̀-èdè dèbí kò sórílẹ̀-èdè tí ò bá ti sòdodo tó máa ń kúrò òdodo la fẹ́ fi pilẹ̀ ṣẹ́ Yorùbá lè ṣàn káàdẹ̀ tó lọ gbé alẹ́ káàdẹ̀ jẹ́jẹ́jẹ́jẹ́ àwọn ọmọ wa jẹ́jẹ́jẹ́jẹ́ ẹni yóò bàbá mi
ẹ ṣé gan ni grandma àmín ẹ ṣé gan ni grandma wà gbọ́ àmín ẹ ṣé gan ni ma thank you so much grandma ẹ bá ń kí àwọn ọmọ ní ìsàlẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ orúkọ mi ni Ọláyọmí Kóìkì ní ìjọ Monday lágbára Elédùmarè yẹn ní ọ̀la a máa join àwọn Biafra láti Simon Ekpa historical state of the nation address máa wáyé ní aago 8 alẹ́ Biafra time and Oduduwa time Monday November 2022 our alliance is going to be continue to be strong and we will continue to tell the world that we are not terrorists, we are not the criminals, we are the Yorubas that want to opt out as the Oduduwa, as the Biafra and the Arewa. Mo kí gbogbo èyí tí ẹ ti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa ẹni tó bá ń wà tá a bá ń ṣe software lílé tí mò ń lò tí mò ń ṣe oríṣiríṣi tí mò ń oyè gbogbo kìíní ẹ̀kọ́ mí náà ní tinú ẹ má yẹ kó jọ yín lójú ẹ mọ̀ pé tíyàn báyìí ti dé lu òyìnbó rí mo nígbà tèmi náà kọ́kọ́ dé ní 1998 Gatwick airport ni mo gbà wọlé ọmọ but nǹkan kan shock mi nígbà tí mo dé tí mo notice because èmi dé 98 ẹ̀gbọ́n mi tí mo tẹ̀lé òun ti dé before me be a year before or whatever I can't remember mo wá rí bàtà tó wọ̀ kúrò ní Èkó mo bá lẹ́sẹ̀ bíi boot náà ni o mo á wọ́ndà pé ẹ̀mọ̀ mi ti wo London pé ọmọ ó yẹ kó sista bàtà yìí ẹ ṣì wọ́n bàtà yìí ó náà ṣì ń wọ ó náà máa tó yé mi láìpẹ́ wàláì 20 years after kò tí ì yé mi nísìnyí ntí FIFA president sọ ẹjẹ àgbọn tó sọ let's hear it together.
Know what it means to be discriminated. to be bullied as a foreigner in a foreign country. As a child at school, I was bullied because I had red hair. It's not easy every day to read all these critics for decisions which have been taken 12 years ago when nobody of us was there. And now everyone knows that we have to make the best out of it, and we have to make the best World Cup ever. And Doha is ready, Qatar is ready. It will be the best World Cup ever, of course. What is sad is that, especially in the last weeks, we have been assisting on, in some places, a real lesson of moral, of double moral. We have told many lessons from some Europeans, from the Western world. I'm European. Actually, I am European. Not just I feel European. I think for what we Europeans have been doing in the last 3,000 years around the world, we should be apologizing for the next 3,000 years before starting to give moral lessons to people. This moral lesson giving, one-sided.
One-sided. A ní ìyàwó tí wọ́n ń pè wá ẹgbọ́n sókè ẹ ti wà lórí ètò.
Hello, ẹ kú ètò sà.
Ètò ni ẹ mà.
Yes sir. Ẹ wò ó ṣe rí Nàìjíríà ó ti káàsì pátápátá. Mo ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kúrò níbi tó ó tán ni o wà láì. Omi ẹkún ń bọ́ lójú mi ni. Táàbà kúrò nínú ìlú nínú location kan wà náà yẹ wà láì. Ayé wo ò lè nítumọ̀ àfi tá a bá kúrò fúnra wa. Ibi iṣẹ́ tí mo ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kúrò ní ibi iṣẹ́ ń sìn ni. So wọ́n wá kíní football tó ń play yẹn. Nígbà tí wọ́n show kàtà mo ní wọ́n ń sun ẹkún ní pé in fact omi ẹkún bọ́ lójú mi ni. Ibù kàtà gan ó ṣe fáìdì Kuwait táwa wà yìí lọ ó fáìdì pẹ̀lú.
Owó wà lọ́wọ́ kàtà owó rọ̀bì.
Kàtà fáìdì Kuwait bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kàtà Kuwait náà lépo.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni kàtà wọ́n ní bẹ́ẹ̀ni ẹ̀mọ̀kọ Amẹ́ríkà náà ló ń bá wọn fọ́ọ̀nì gbogbo náà ṣe ń bẹ̀ so.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni Amẹ́ríkà ló wà nídìí ẹ̀ ló bá wọn ṣọ́ epo wọn wọn bí anybody dá Amẹ́ríkà ló wà ní ìkéde epo wọn wọ́n dẹ̀ respect wọn ṣé ti yẹ yín sà. Èmi kàn máa sọ fáwọn èèyàn wa pé gbogbo àwọn wèrè tó ń kàmpé fún Tinubu tí most of them wọ́n wà ní abroad lọ́nà kàmpé fún bàbá oní pampasì tó tún fẹ́ kó wa lọ sínú oko ẹrú mi again àwọn wèrè àwọn ìyá òṣà àwọn ìyá wèrè wọ́n máa kó wa lọ sínú oko ẹrú kọ̀ọ̀kan Yorùbá nation kan tá a fẹ́ nìyẹn ká a fẹ́ Nàìjíríà òṣì kọ̀ọ̀kan mọ́ káwa náà ká lọ develop ìlú wa àwọn ìlú tí ò tó wa wọ́n develop ìlú wọn tìlú wọn kí ni ẹsẹ̀ ti pé ìlú tóbi tí kò sí develop kankan àwọn èèyàn tó wà ń bẹ̀ wọn ò rí ilé ayé gbé sọ kí wọ́n ní ìlú tó tóbi ẹni tó bá sọ pé ká má gba Yorùbá nation òun la máa fi ṣètùtù ilẹ̀ Yorùbá torí para ń kọ́ wá di la fẹ́ wálé àlè wálé náà tútù la wà gbogbo wa tá a ń di kàkà tá a dìbò a fẹ́ wálé àlè wálé so kí wá ló wá dé tó Yorùbá nation nínú going back ní a fẹ́ wálé ẹ̀rú ń bà wá àti wálé àlè wálé àwọn èèyàn sọ fún pé kí wọ́n ṣe December nulẹ̀ mo sọ fún ọmọ ní mi ò wá kó tí kankan tí mo fẹ́ wá mú nínú ilé mi ò wá wọn náà àwọn ọmọ tí mo fi sílẹ̀ mo náà máa ṣọ́ ọmọ mi ò wá lulẹ̀ ẹ̀fọn kí ló dé Nàìjíríà ìlú yìí ò lè dá mọ́ àfi tá a bá fẹ́ máa purọ́ fúnra wa kólúkálùkù pín kólúkálùkù lọ́jọ́ mú ìyá ẹ̀gbẹ́ Yorùbá nation no go back ni ẹni tó bá sọ pé ká má gbà á wọn là á fi ṣètùtù àwọn ìyàwó èrè tó wà lórí Facebook tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní pariwo tó yẹ pé most of them wọn lọ kọ́ ọmọ sí Canada wọn lọ kọ́ ọmọ sí abroad wọn wá ń ṣòṣì bẹ̀rẹ̀ oríra sí lórí Facebook ara ń kọ́ wá gidi bá ṣe wáyé àlè wálé àwọn ń ṣerú nílùú onílùú gbogbo àwọn onílù ọmọ onílù ọlọ́nà àwọn ń ṣerú gbogbo àwọn èèyàn ní tẹ́bá ní àwọn ọmọ Kenya tí wọ́n kó wá sí McDonald's wọ́n ti lé ní 40 ní nǹkan bíi 2 weeks àbí ọ̀sẹ̀ méjì 40 àwọn èèyàn náà ti kó wá mo ní mo fẹ́ múyàn wá gan wọn ò tẹ̀ dá mi lóhùn pé kinní mo ní mo níyàn tí mo fẹ́ mú wá wọn ò dá mi lóhùn ẹ ti mọ̀ pé Nàìjíríà ó ti useless pátápátá ìlú yẹn ti tán pátápátá àbúrò bá fẹ́ máa dì sí ìgbà
ẹ má bínú ìyá mi.
àmì sì yín gan every time ni mo ń wo mo ṣáà máa wo post tẹ máa ń post àwọn flag máa ní èmi sá fún ìpè kí ló dé kí ló tẹ̀lé àárín yín lórí program tó ẹ̀jẹ̀ jẹ́ ẹ̀kú ètò torí pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn èèyàn ń gbọ́ gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ ń sọ nígbà wa tá a kàwé gan abẹ́tà àwọn tó yẹ pé àwọn bàbá tó ní pé wọ́n kàwé kọ́ ni pé ká máa bọ́ àwọn bàbá yìí ti fa ayé jẹ́ gan gidi àwọn ní ká lọ dìbò fún Tinubu kí ni Tinubu fẹ́ ṣe constitution ló fẹ́ fi rúùlù wa constitution ló fẹ́ fi rúùlù ó tún fẹ́ kó wa lọ sínú oko ẹrú Fúlàní ẹ máa bẹ́ tó bọ̀tà.
ẹ ṣe gan ni mo kí ìyá wa
ẹ ṣe bí mo ṣe rí kàtàbà inú kan bí mi ní pẹ́sẹ̀ bí ìlú lélẹ̀ mélòó ni gbogbo wọn mélòó ni population wọn.
I can imagine mo kí ìyá wa ẹ ṣe gan ni ẹ má bínú ìyá wa ẹ mọ̀ pé ẹ má ní Koiki má dá wọn lóhùn ẹ̀bọ̀ máa dáyọ̀ kan lóhùn nísìnyí kan mo fi jẹ́ kó popular dáadáa mo máa gbójú ẹ̀ jáde nísìn ìwọ tó kọ́mẹ̀ntì Àjọkẹ́ Ajíṣebútù ẹ mọ̀ tán pè ní mídíà ayé máa sú ẹ lórí social media ó mọ̀ pé mi mídíà lèmi ìta lèmi wà ṣòro àwọn tó mọ̀ ẹ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ wọ́n máa mọ̀ ẹ́ lálẹ́ nísìn ẹ fún mi ní few minutes I'm gonna reveal your face out now màá ṣe ka comment ẹ̀ síta mò ń bọ̀ o at least èmi ṣàn fowó Yorùbá Nation mo fi ń jẹ pòrérò mo lè fi ń jayé mò ń bọ̀ ẹ̀yìn àwà fún mi ní few minutes mo fẹ́ gbé máa gbójú ẹ̀ jáde nísìn mo fẹ́ popular bí wà popular dáadáa lọ́sàn-án lórí koikimedia ṣáà fún mi ní few minutes wà popular dáadáa nísìn ṣe ní ẹ̀ nílà káyè ni ìbẹ̀ láti máa kọ́ gbogbo yín sẹ́ẹ̀ mo ń bọ̀ ẹ̀yìn wa let's capture it from here mo fẹ́ capture ẹ̀ jáde ní o whether you are a real person or not ẹ má bínú ẹ̀yìn wa mo sorry gan yeah and I'm gonna bring my face out at least yeah that's me now and now anytime wo yìí kọ́mẹ́ǹtì tó kọ síta màá kà síta fún yín nísìn àwọn ìyá tẹ̀ ń wò yìí ẹ jẹ́ n lọ gbójú ẹ̀ jáde dáadáa òun lélẹ̀ ṣẹ̀rẹ̀ ń tẹ̀ ń wò yìí it could be anybody behind it but it doesn't matter but if I go back into your photos we will see that you are not a real person but definitely Moderipo like Awikonko so you could be anybody behind this but what I'm going to say to you say you live in Brussels according to your timeline mo rí pé Wàsíù okay ìtò ṣe ní ṣé ètò wá ṣe ní London lélẹ̀ ní Manchester. I'm just going back to look at your profile a little bit. And this is you as well. So you are definitely living in Belgium. I believe so. Not much about you. Into Kolele, only you are original thief. I'm robber. Bifela ṣe sọ. What TJ thief from you? Ọmọ Jaguda. Jati. Ṣé wọ́n ló ń bá TJ sùn? Ṣé wọ́n ní girlfriend TJ tó rán wá? Ìyẹn ló ṣe ń dùn ẹ̀. Because TJ said to Professor Banji Akintoye to tell this armed robber agitator to stop using personal account to collecting money from Yoruba people anymore. That is the reason body they pepper all of you, the thief armed robber agitator. Olayomi Koiki, stop using Yoruba Nation to making money anymore. Omo Leifo. And if they want to declare, you must come home to Nigeria. Omo Jaguda. Ṣé wọ́n ní girlfriend TJ? Ṣé wọ́n ló ń bá TJ sùn? Ìwọ ni TJ rán wá àbí TJ ló wà behind the camera? Ó mà ṣe o. Let me leave you there for some time. Let's take our next call. +4474044059117. Táyé ẹ bá kí dáadáa pè sí nọ́mbà mi kó pè wọlé. Kò fi ẹnu ara ẹ bá mi sọ. Mad people all over the place. Mad people. At least èmi ṣàn fowó Yorùbá Nation mo fi ń jẹ tọ̀ìtọ̀ì. Èmi ò dẹ̀ ń ṣe Tinubu. Tó sì ń sọ pé drug ló gbé l'Amẹ́ríkà tó gba owó drug money wọnú ilé at least gbogbo ẹ̀ ní gbogbo ẹ̀ láti ó ti wá wà lórí social media èbí ò dẹ̀ kówó Nàìjíríà jẹ so tó bá tẹ̀jẹ̀ owó Yorùbá nation ni at least àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ò bínú sí yẹn ẹgbọ́n sókè ẹ ló kọ́ lọ ẹgbọ́n sókè ok ẹni àwọn Dubai wọ̀ láìkí WhatsApp ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ tán VPN or something like that. Yeah, we have a lot of mad people all over the place so torí pé o ti popular ní síbi koikimedia wèrè.
Hello Koiki. Ẹ kú iṣẹ́ jàre.
Ọlágbára ẹ̀gbọ́n sókè.
Ẹ fi àwọn wèrè wọ̀nyẹn lẹ̀ àwọn ìyàwó politician ni wọ́n.
Àwọn tó bá wọn sọ ní ọbẹ̀ tó wá dé Belgium that's if you live in Belgium anyway.
Rí pé kọ́lọ̀ ọrùn ẹ̀ ó yàtọ̀ sí kọ́lọ̀ ojú ẹ̀ ni ó ti bó ọrùn ó ti kóra tán náà. Fake life ni náà fake personality lẹ́ni tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ náà. Ẹ̀rí kò lè ṣojú ẹ̀ lẹ́nà ó ní láti gbé glass láti fi cover ojú ẹ̀ because his face is not real. Àwọn èèyàn jájí. Kí ló ń ṣe ní Belgium bó ṣe máa bọ̀ Nàìjíríà kọ́ńtẹ̀ kidnap ẹ̀ láti airport.
Kò ní wá Nàìjíríà láíláí ẹ̀gbọ́n sókè ẹ̀gbọ́n jàre.
Àwọn èèyàn jájí somebody.
Mad people all over the place.
When we are talking about 90% supporting Yoruba nation, but we have 10% ready with everything to lay down. That's enough for us.
Okay.
Ọlọ́run ìṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú èrò.
Okay.
God doesn't move with multitude. He will move with committed people.
Okay.
Only. So if we have 10% committed, we are good to go.
Okay.
Èrò kan ló ń gbàlù. Few people gbàlù.
Ẹ ṣe gan ìyá mi comfort.
So we have all that we need. So we are ready to go. We move forward. Nígbà tí Gideon tọ́lọ́run lọ jí pẹ́pẹ́ to come and save his tribe. Ọlọ́run ni ó lọ kó gbogbo èrò so that he can raise up agitation and deliver his. Ọlọ́run sọ pé mo ò ní gbogbo èrò tó kó yìí. So ó ní pé how do we know? Ọlọ́run ní nínú gbogbo wọn few people péré ló máa lò but kó wọn lọ sétí odò. Bí wọ́n bá ṣe mú mi létí odò, I will show you àwọn tó máa tẹ̀lé ẹ. And he was able to distinct among them bọ́n ṣe mú mi ìmí dọ̀bálẹ̀ létí odò mú mi ìmí lóṣù ìmí so he was able to see the sign that was given to him pé àwọn eléyìí ni ó mú àwọn eléyìí sọ pé kán padà kán má wọrí. So we don't need crowd. Okay. So the number we have that are dedicated, we need strategy to position them and work
And pray. Okay. Because that 10% is still a lot. That 10%, can pull a lot of things, and the remaining 90% will then follow order.
The remaining 90% is just distraction for our enemy. Come and distract one lot.
And that's why we are saying to people, Thomas, ẹ jẹ́ ká wà ní congregation kan, ká wà lójú kan. Ẹ̀dá àpá ìmọ̀ tán pè ní Nigeria government náà. Àwọn náà mọ̀ tán lè ṣe. Tẹ́ bá wà lójú kan. Tẹ́ bá ti wà lójú kan. Even nǹkan tá a bá pé 5 million náà, wọ́n sì ní àwọn nǹkan tán lè ṣe, but tá a bá ti spread, a fẹ́ spread the one, and that's something we need to understand. Ẹ̀gbọ́n sókè mọ́ bọ́ yín.
Yes, I can't share Momo. We can't stay in one place. We can't stay in one place. So you stay in one place, they will round you up now. So you scatter. So those that scatter can even come to rescue others that are around.
You know, mo jẹ́ ní káwọn èèyàn lọ wo Nightfall. Màtẹ̀ mú fíìmù yẹn jáde ní sàn àwọn èèyàn àpáwọn èèyàn gẹ́tẹ̀ lánàá. Ẹ lọ wo Nightfall. Ẹ máa spread ní. A láti spread because the way Nigeria is, kò sí bó ṣe lè capture gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. That's number one. Kò sọgbọ́n ẹ̀. Kò possible. Well, Nigerian government does not have that resources. And also, pẹ̀láwà tatuwa align pẹ̀láwọn Biafra. So if we are doing the same thing and Biafra are also pushing on the top there. If anything, One Nightfall here, that's the movie there for those of you that doesn't know what it looks like. It's not a new film, but I just love it and I enjoyed it. I think then instruction, mo sọ̀rọ̀ nípa instruction lánàá, Bishop. Because you were on the ground there. I don't want us to go into too much details. When I was talking yesterday, after my, few days away and I came back, I was actually talking about instruction. And I've had you a lot of time, order ni pé ẹ dúró síbì kan ẹ dúró síbẹ̀. Ẹ má move. Àdúgbò yẹn dì mú. But it seems, maybe you can also advise us on what it means when we say instruction. Not everybody do mama give instruction. Hey, torí pé mo ní oògùn, mo gbọ́dọ̀ no. Torí pé mo ní brain. No, èmi gan ṣì ń gba instruction. Go ahead, Bishop.
Well, I discussed with them the other day, and I think apart from them, the majority of people going to jẹ́ pé wọ́n ṣe warriors tó kàn jẹ́ pé agitator ni wọ́n, they need to listen and obey. So àwọn warriors normal distribute strategically to help the ordinary agitators in all their streets and other to coordinate and enforce the instruction. Stay where you are. Stay, don't move any. Finally, I want you to help us inform Chief this one. Any Nigerian force to pa warrior eyokan or the tabagbo wípé warrior kan just one wípé was get down by Nigeria militia. Gbogbo Nigerian politicians pátá police even including road safety àbíkínà pé wọ́n LASTMA gbogbo wọn pátápátá inú ilé tó ń gbé pátápátá ẹyọ kankan náà máa lọ máa gbé wọn lé including àwọn ọba. So let them know now. Let them know now. A máa wọnú ilé wa finish yín nínú ilé ni. If you kill one Yoruba warrior, if we hear that one Yoruba warrior is gone down, maybe by police or by army, just know that you are Yoruba politician, you ọba ni ẹ o, LASTMA ni ẹ, army, police ni ẹ, ilé tó ń gbé ẹsà kúrò nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ẹ máa sá lọ because inú ilé yín náà máa ti wá gbé yín. We are not fighting on other people's ground. We are on our ground. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá làwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ni wá náà ṣe Nàìjíríà mọ́, and we have self-determination right to do that. You have to respect our personality. It shows that you don't have respect of our personality. And you cannot be lying that we are Nigeria. We say we are not. So you can't impose it on us. So nobody is afraid to everybody will come out. Tami yẹn tó bá fẹ́ wá báyọ̀ kó wá pa ẹnìkan gbogbo àwọn tó sọ pé àwọn olóṣèlú yẹn gbogbo wọ́n ti kú. We don't need two people to be killed. We just need one person. Gbogbo wọn pátápátá. They will be killed inside their house. So please tell Chief now. So kó máa sọ fún wọn. Kọ́ lè máa kọ́ tó bá fẹ́ give instruction fáwọn ẹrúkú wọn kọ́ lè mọ instruction tó máa fún wọn. Ṣùgbọ́n tó bá mọ̀ pé àwọn ti ṣe tán tó pé àwọn náà táwọn náà bá máa kú káwọn náà kú then they should go ahead. Thank you.
Wow, I always love when I speak to Bishop. He's not a pastor, he's a bishop. The line is open +4474044059117. And that is why I brought that up behind the screen. We have the right to self-determine. We are not Nigerians, okay? Òyìnbó aláwọ̀ funfun tó ń pè ní àwọn Britain, àwọn ló pè wá ní Nigeria. Àwa dẹ̀ náà ṣe Nigeria. And there's nothing wrong in that. There's a lot of evidence and there's a lot on that. And as I always say, we are not scared of anything. Thank you so much for those of you that continue to donate and give us money. As Emiman saw, money is needed and we will continue. Stickers is already 8,000 yen ó ti jáde lẹ́ni mo dẹ̀ ti ní kó distributed. You will get a call, and let me say this about the call, because you might get a call or a voice note to Manila or Mr. Koiki. If you are not sure, please let me know and just call me, and I'll also let you know that somebody is going to call you. So gbogbo ẹ̀yin different coordinators, somebody will start calling you and I will let you know in advance. But tẹ́ ẹ bá tètè gbọ́ látọ̀dọ̀ mi, ẹ má bínú, and somebody called you and you are not too sure, just call me and say, Mr. Koiki, ṣé tòótọ́ ni? And I will say yes. The 8,000 tá a ṣe, a ti ṣe 16,000 nísìn. Ẹ mọ̀ pé yẹn kékèké ni, so I want us to push that as much as possible. It will go to different places, but give us time as we continue to spread it different part of Yoruba land. So it will get to you at some point. Hello, caller.
Good evening, sir.
A very good evening and welcome.
Ekale, sir.
Ekale o.
I'm the first caller. Mo wà ní around 10% here.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, my name is Patrick Omurakiyo.
We appreciate. And it's good when people say, I am part of that 10%. So what about you? You know, we need as many of us to understand that FIFA president, as we love football, Egbomi, says that 3,000 years ago, ẹ̀yin Europeans, etibaye jẹ́ 3,000 more years, Oyekeshima apologize. What more can we say? So, Shegoni, thank you so much, and that's the first time caller, and welcome once again. Moki Mogwen, silent listeners, you know, those of you that probably will never call, but you will send email or you will send a WhatsApp, you are right there listening. This is not about me, it's about every single one of us. We cannot afford to say, ẹ jẹ́ káwọn kan lọ ṣe máa ṣe lọ́nà. Ìlú tẹ̀yìn náà ń gbé yìí, tẹ wà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nísìn, àwọn kan ló ṣe. Hello, caller. Hello, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Alaba ẹ ti wọlé náà, mute background. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò.
Àwọn ni ẹja rẹ kọjá mẹ́ta.
Ọjọ́ kan pẹ̀lú.
Ẹ̀rí ohun tí mo kàn fẹ́ sọ fáwọn èèyàn wa ni pé kẹ́nìbọ̀dì wọ́n má jẹ́ kó rẹ̀ wọ́n kó má jẹ́ kó sùn wọn because àti fẹ́ dé orí ibi tá à ń lọ tán. To me, I don't believe in one Nigeria. You understand? So I don't believe in one Nigeria. Ohun tẹ̀ mí mọ̀ ni pé àsìkò ti tó tá a máa gba kinní yẹn. And for us to be sure pé nǹkan tá a fẹ́ gbà yìí ẹ̀tọ́ wa ni a lè ní right láti gbà òun ni pé tẹ bá rí gbogbo nǹkan tí ó ń jáde ń sìn nígbà nǹkan tó ń jáde yẹn ò kì í ṣe mistake o ó kàn fẹ́ ká fún wọ́n tẹ̀ láti put more light to us ní pé where we are going is not far. That's why you see all these people coming and confessing ní pé okay ikọ̀ yìí o àwọn náà ṣe àwọn pé is compulsory for us to get out of bed. Mo wà ní ọ̀wọ̀ ní midgeters àti àná. A lot of people are tired. Àwọn èèyàn tó kù tí wọ́n ṣe bá mi because I interview a lot of people. Àwọn èèyàn tó ṣe bá mi á jò ju àwọn tó jẹ lábẹ́ olóṣèlú lọ. So nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ ká mọ̀ ní pé ṣe rí tàbá approach àwọn èèyàn dandan tó kọ́ ní kẹ́míkọ́lì gbà sí wa lẹ́nu tàbá approach èèyàn kan tàbá rí pé tí ẹ̀ ò bá ti wá àwọn ẹ̀jẹ̀ kára bílẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Because àwọn kan wà tó fẹ́ kún fún àwọn Tinubu àǹkó rẹ̀.
And they're right.
So
you're right.
tí wọ́n ní pé let's focus ká má jẹ́ kẹ́míkọ́lì ní ìtura àti wà mọ́ níbi ká dé.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ẹ má jẹ́ kẹ́míkọ́lì ní ìtura àti wà mẹ́jọ. Mo lè máa opportunity pẹ̀lú àwọn onídàgbò wa tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ takuntakun ní pé ẹ má jẹ́ ká má máa bára wa jà ìjà yẹn ká má fọ́ fún ẹ̀kú mẹ́ ìdí àsìkò táwọn wà yìí á ní láti wà focus. Because that ṣe nǹkan bá ti fẹ́ bọ́ sí tán òun ni different thing máa ń yọjú láti gbé nígbà yìí má bàa bọ́ sí. So it's just for us to be focused and I believe gẹ́gẹ́ bí máa bọ̀ ṣe sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan pé tó bá jẹ́ 10 ni àmà part of the 10 and also èmi and I believe pé kì í ṣe 10 at least èrò tó wà lẹ̀ I believe is millions ló wà lẹ̀ so tiwa ní pé our focus gbogbo ẹ̀rọ gbogbo wa and mo lè nígbàgbọ́ lórí àwọn tó rí ìlú ìpọ́dún iná ní pẹ̀lẹ́kọ́jà pé láti gbà ọlọ́run so super rally yẹn ni gbogbo wa dúró dé kò sẹ́kọ̀ọ́ make mo mọ̀ pé by the time the super rally bá yọ ọdún declaration máa tẹ̀lé gbogbo àwọn àmì tó ń pariwo yẹn then secondly tó bẹ́ ká àwọn èèyàn mọ̀ ni pé a ò lè gbéra wa sáà ò lè gbéra wa sójú kan kò possible because àwa náà gbọ́dọ̀ oríṣiríṣi gbogbo technology táwa náà lè táwa bá ní láti lò táwa make sure pé àwọn pípì yẹn náà ò lè káàpù tí wọ́n lè wà ní gbogbo state náà gbogbo àwọn
possible.
abẹ́tà ń sọ ìmẹ́lò ní gbogbo wọn.
ọlọ́pàá gan tó lè wà ní gbogbo state ní civil defence ní navy wọ́n ní resources yẹn, so we have to think in a bigger picture because a fẹ́ jáde yes a fẹ́ jẹ́ kí gbogbo àgbáyé rí wa but kò mí pé a gbọ́dọ̀ wá wà lójú kan pé gbogbo àgbáyé sì máa mọ̀ because there will be disruption of things. When I mean disruption is movement will be very very scanty because nígbà táwọn èèyàn bá blọ́ọ̀kì gbogbo Kwara state tó blọ́ọ̀kì Ọ̀fà tá blọ́ọ̀kì Lagos state tá blọ́ọ̀kì Ogun state tá blọ́ọ̀kì Ọ̀yọ́ state then àwọn western world máa bèrè pé kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ Nàìjíríà àdé máa sọ fún wọn pé we want the right to self-determination, nothing more than that, and that's all. So ẹ jẹ́ ká fi ìyẹn ká máa fi sọ́kàn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Lágbára Ọlọ́run ẹ ṣé gan ni ẹ̀gbọ́n mi. Àmì ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Àlàbá nìyẹn. And he's very dedicated. He stays more in Lagos, but any rally tó ń ṣe l'Ekiti, he drives down to Ekiti. That is a 10% person. What about you? Is the question tonight, this afternoon. It's a live broadcast, and that's what Baba Awolowo says there. Nigeria is not a nation, it's a mere geographical expression. They are not Nigerians in the same sense as they are English, Wales, or French. Hello, caller, you're live.
Hello, sir.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ dádì.
Bàbá mi òkú ṣe o.
Èmi ni ẹ sà.
Apá ò ní kún ẹ.
Àmín.
Wàá ṣe débi èrè.
Àmín.
Àwọn alálẹ̀ Yorùbá ò ní fi ọ́ sílẹ̀.
Àmín.
I'm a 76-year-old.
Kábíyèsí.
Alágbára àwa lé mọ́. Ṣùgbọ́n mo fẹ́ fi dá ẹ lójú wípé tó bá ku èèyàn méjì máa jẹ́ ẹnì kejì.
Kábíyèsí Elédùmarè bàbá. Kábíyèsí ẹ mo ṣí fìlà fún yín bàbá mi.
I was in Form 1 in 1960. Mo ti wà ní secondary school Form 1 ni mo wà ní 1960 tí Nàìjíríà gbòmìnira. N tó jẹ́ kí n pè é ní ọ̀rọ̀ Awólọ́wọ̀ tó gbé jáde. Àwọn èèyàn wa ò mọ níta dojúkọ o. Nítorí wípé wọ́n ti fi jújú bò wá lójú. Ṣọ́ra àwọn olóṣèlú tí gbogbo wọn ń darúgbó yẹn torí pé àwọn èèyàn ń sìn tí wọ́n dé bá ni wọ́n rí òun ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ fi ń tẹ̀lé wọn. Tó bá jẹ́ pé àwọn tí wọ́n mọ̀ tí ìlú yìí jẹ́ nígbà àwọn bàbá wa Awólọ́wọ̀ ni wọ́n mọ̀ pé àwọn eléyìí ò ń ṣòṣèlú ọ̀jẹ̀lú ni wọ́n. Ìkà ni wọ́n pàápàá ìkà ni wọ́n. I'm sorry, I have to speak in Yoruba.
Yorùbá náà là ń sọ Yorùbá náà là ń sọ dájú òyìnbó bíi ti bá o nínú program Yorùbá.
Torí wípé àwọn kan wà nílé wọ́n ń gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ni mo ṣe sọ tí mo gbọ́.
Ó yé mi dádì.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ má jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn kó wa láyà jẹ kò sí kankan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ àfi dáadáa.
Àmín.
Wọ́n fẹ́ o.
Wọ́n
fẹ́ o ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ti
dúró bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Tó sì tó máa dúró. God bless you.
Dádì inú mi dùn ẹ ṣé gan ni kódà mo take note torí jọ mi tá a bá ń ṣe program mo kọ́lẹ̀ 17 years old caller mo kọ time yẹn sílẹ̀ 3:55 p.m. from 1960 bàbá 76 òríwọ ọ̀dọ́ ìwọ ọ̀dọ́ tó yẹ kó bá wa fọwọ́ kún kan tá à ń ṣe ṣáwọn politician yẹn náà kọ́ láwọn wòye àwọn ọ̀jẹ̀lú làwọn eléyìí àwọn olóyún ń ṣòṣèlú ọ̀jẹ̀lú ní gbogbo wọn bá ṣe wà yẹn mo fẹ́ aláì wọn síta dáadáa ní ọmọ ń bọ̀ tó bá ní àwọn ọ̀jẹ̀lú àwọn eléyìí gan ní ọ̀jẹ̀lú you can see all their faces there smiling in the suit smiling ìbíró tìmí améchi nìyẹn tó náà ń jẹ́ ìgbà degree line is still open for those of us that wants to call +44 nọ́mbà yẹn náà ló wà lórí screen tẹ̀rí tó dá dúró yẹn +44 ẹ fi kóòdù yẹn sí ẹja gbọ́ látọ̀dọ̀ tìyín ṣẹ́yìn náà wà lára 10% àbí ẹ kọ̀ wà nínú Yorùbá nation pé kó ṣàbọ̀ sí tó bá dẹ̀ bọ́ sí life continue ẹ má ẹ̀ka ronú bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká ní ìgbàgbọ́ pé a ti wà nínú already we are just waiting to activate it that's all. Hello caller, you're live. Location 000. All right, we're gonna let them go and then they might have to go and try again. Let's go to Germany where there's a caller coming through. Hello caller. ẹ ti wà on.
White Lion.
Yeah.
White Lion.
Mo ń dá yín lóhùn sẹ́ẹ̀.
Ní bàjẹ́ fún ẹ.
Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè.
Máa dùn.
Àmín.
Bàjẹ́rẹ̀ àwọn ọmọ rẹ̀.
Àmín.
Yorùbá nation àmọ́ nǹkan tó bá
Tó bá gbà ní.
la máa
Tó bá
gbàgbé gbogbo
gbà ní.
nǹkan tí wọ́n ń sọ yẹn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀.
Ẹ̀yin ẹ̀ṣẹ́ àdájọ́ kẹ́ ẹ sọ nǹkan báyìí
Agbára Ọlọ́run.
ẹ̀rí bá gbélé pọ̀ irọ́ náà pa kò sí nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe pẹ̀lú Yorùbá
Bẹ́ẹ̀.
nation a máa gbà
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
kò dẹ̀ sí nǹkan tó fẹ́
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Ẹ
a
ṣé
máa
gan
gba
ni.
Yorùbá nation yìí ni.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni.
Gbogbo ọdún jókòó mi ò pè rí o bọ́ọ̀tì mo mọ àwọn kọ̀lí rẹ pé x ni wá.
Ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ jù. Ó yé mi. Ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ jù. All right. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Thank you so much. Àmín. Àmín. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, ẹ̀yin àǹtí mi, mo kí ìyàwó Stella Ojo, Jubril Arogundade, mo kí yín, Alabi Taiwo, ó ní wèrè APC PDP you are following since you was young, what have you gained? Nobody has gained anything from them. Àwọn náà lè wò yẹn, ẹlẹ́rìn múkẹ́múkẹ́, they come, I mean they will give you peanuts. Look, they can give you $5,000. Owó burúkú wà lọ́wọ́ wọn. Ẹja lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ Louis láti Istanbul ní Turkey long. Hello caller.
My good, wonderful brother. Very proud of you.
Welcome on board, sir. You're welcome.
I am very, very proud of you. In 2 days' time, I'll be 46 years old. And I just want to share my experience with you in 1983 when one of the criminals in the religious sector, name of Kubu, said, pray for Nigeria. That particularly was September 1983. I was 7 years old. My younger sister then was 2 or 3 years old. And as I speak to you, the same caption has been captured out again by the same fellow.
Yeah, I saw that. I posted it myself. Yeah, he said pray for Nigeria. Kumuyi.
Yeah. You see, the only thing I just want to mention here is Koiki, you were born for this period. So I was I'm a Delta enemy, but the color BMC my sisters are all married to Yoruba people. So one way or the other, I can say I'm a Lagosian. But Yoruba decide our fate. That's their business. It's a normal thing. If they say if you are not going to be part of them, you can't drag with them, and that's why I keep telling you that.
I don't even want us to go into there. I mean, you are living in Turkey. You live with people there. You live with the different tribes. So, work. What we are saying is, everybody will still live within. Even we will have Ashimala and Lejo Topo. But you will just. I mean, you are living in a country where you have to respect their laws. That's all. And just to back you up, because that is Kumuyi, and this was November 17. On this headline, it says, pray for best in 2023. Kumuyi urged Nigerians. The General Superintendent of Deeper Christian Church, Kumuyi, has called on Nigerians, especially Christian community, to pray to God to give the country the best president in 2023. Baba, for this election, Emma Tonai.
In 1983, the caption is there. The same man did the same thing in 1983. I was 7 years old then, my brother. So what I got for they are coming from our detractors. We have them in our among our Biafra people. Same way you have them in Oduduwa people. We're distracted. Let's get focused.
Okay.
The deal is here, and nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to stop us. We are marching with Oduduwas, and nobody, born of a man or a woman, can stop us. Oduduwa will stand. Biafra will stand. If it means us giving our life, I don't care. What am I living for? As a Nigerian, I have not gained a single thing for 46 years as a Nigerian. I started getting 1 or 2 things in my life. I left Nigeria 6 years ago. So, my brother, I just want to encourage you to continue.
Thank you so much.
Keep on keeping on, my brother.
Thank you.
Step it on.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Lágbára
lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ni ntọ́fẹ́ nìyẹn wọ́n rò pa àmọ́ arẹ́yìn wa ni that's what they are looking for they are looking for scandal they are looking for everything but irọ́ lẹ pa ẹ ṣé gan ni thank you lágbára Elédùmarè thank you so much amen thank you so much thank you bẹ́ẹ̀ni Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Connect it to the people we stand, Biafra will stand. No
Lágbára
matter what they
Ọlọ́run.
do.
That's
God
it.
bless you, my brother.
Thank you so much.
Have a nice day.
Okay. And as you can see there, when they say terrorists, Sheriff of Biafra, no, these are the criminals. And when we say we are going out of Nigeria, I always want us to remember that it is not because of these marauder terrorists that are killing us. It's because we want to take back our identity. Let's go straight to the next caller. You are still watching a live transmission. We will start winding down in just about a few minutes. I'm not going to be coming back out later tonight, but we will be back from tomorrow on the program on Star Radio and all other programs as we do. But if there's a need for me to be out, I will be out. But after this program, I will not be out again tonight. Program. We have a caller on the line. Let's listen to the caller. Hello, caller.
Hello.
You're live with us. Go ahead.
Hello.
We can hear you. Go ahead. Hello, caller. Okay, it seems the caller.
Láti location 419.
Okay, all right, go ahead. I'm going to go ahead. I'm sorry, I'm going.
Láti location 419.
Ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ láti gbọ́ yẹn sẹ́. Go ahead. We can hear you.
Ìlú Ìlaro la ti ń pè.
Okay.
Ẹ kú ètò.
Ètò nìyẹn.
Ọlọ́run á ràn yín lọ́wọ́.
Àmín.
Gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń lépa ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tá à ń wọ́n kí á gbà Ọlọ́run á fi lé wa lọ́wọ́.
Àmín.
Gbogbo àwọn ọ̀dàlẹ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá Ọlọ́run á mú wọn kó lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan ni.
Àmín.
Ìlú yìí ò fara rárá Ìlaro lèmi ti ń pè. Gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń fèsì lọ́wọ́ yìí kì í ṣe kékeré rárá. Ààbọ̀ Ọlọ́run irú ẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá tá a gbà wípé tá a bá gbalẹ̀ Yorùbá gbogbo ẹ̀ ló máa lọ létòlétò. Àmọ̀ràn mi fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá gbogbo tó wà ní gbogbo Nàìjíríà ní pátá pé ká jí gígìrì ká má jẹ́ kí nǹkan bà wá lẹ́rù kò sí nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀. Ó pọ̀ àwọn ládẹ́ẹ̀dì. Gbogbo nǹkan tó bá máa gbà náà la máa fún declaration là á dúró dè. Declaration là á dúró dè. A fẹ́ kí bàbá declare Yorùbá nation ká mọ bí tá à ń lọ. Àwọn bọ́ìsì gbogbo wọn wà nílẹ̀. Èmi máa ń sọ fún gbogbo àwọn ìpínlẹ̀ Yorùbá yìí á ti gbà ná. Kò sí nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ á ti gbà ná. Àwọn olóṣèlú tí wọn ò fẹ́ ká gbalẹ̀ Yorùbá ẹyẹ kọ̀ọ̀kan báyìí lọ́lọ́wọ́ máa mú wọn kúrò nílẹ̀.
Àmín. Àmín.
Ọ̀rọ̀ mi ò jù báyìí lọ.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni.
Ẹ ṣeun gan sà.
Mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo thank you so much. Mo kí n bẹ̀ ní Ìlaró. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa ní gbogbo àgbáyé ní gbogbo ibikíbi tó olúkálùkù wa bá wà. In just about 15 minutes precisely we will start winding down so that we can all go and do some other things. It's almost 3 hours on the program already. Hello caller, ẹ bá ṣe briefly láti Italy. Go ahead.
Ọjọ́ mẹ́ta o.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò.
Àpétọ̀.
Ètò nìyẹn.
Àti ọjọ́ káàkiri ní àti béèrè ní àti fi voice message jílẹ̀. Ní response but lórí YouTube gbogbo àtẹ jáde lánàá. Mo dey try náà pé kí n tó gẹ̀ẹ́tì kí n kọ́kọ́ kó OPC ojú wa.
Very busy.
But ọ̀pẹ ní polówó pé kò sí problem pé everything wà ó.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run náà fún everything. Nǹkan tí mo ti sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ náà ni safety náà ni wọ́n still repeat. Ẹ bá lè rántí mo ní kí mo time yẹn pé àwọn leaders náà pé àwọn ní leaders àwọn náà ni àwọn lórí burúkú tí Ọlọ́run máa yọ́nú sí wọn kán sọ ọ̀tún yẹn kán sọ pé báyìí ló gbé gbogbo program tá a gbé lọ́wọ́ yìí báyìí ló sọ̀rọ̀ nǹkan tá à ń fẹ́ àti máa rí gbà láti gbẹ́dọ̀ yìí but because wọ́n benefit nínú corrupt nation yẹn ò ní jẹ́ kán fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ tó yẹ kí wọ́n sọ but kò sí problem lọ́wọ́sá àti call for the rally ó ti dandan ká jáde ká support ká ṣe 1 or 2 days tá a máa ṣe because à lè continue nínú fọ́kọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ tí wọ́n because enough is enough. Nǹkan tí mo ní pé
ẹ ṣé gan ni. Thank you so much. As we say, stickers were rolling out. It's about 8,000 has been disbursed again today. We will make sure that we push as many, just as we were doing the flags. We are going to be pushing them. Gbogbo ẹni tó bá ti ní flag yẹn lọ́wọ́, keep them, because you might not have opportunity to have another one until we have a country where it will be mandatory that everybody is given a flag. But for the time being, the flags that you have, keep them. Ẹ má fi ṣeré o, because you might not be getting another one from us at the moment. Hello, caller.
White Lion.
Yeah.
The White Lion.
I'm going.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello.
And then you don't say, go ahead. I'm going.
Hello, Koiki. Mo send the text message earlier. Nígbà tó sọ nípa ọ̀rọ̀ Aláàfin. Mi ò dispute nǹkan tó sọ.
Okay.
To correct the something. Mo ní mo agree pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ nígbà tó ní mo fẹ́ ṣe short video.
Jẹ́ ká ṣe video.
Just to keep it back.
A fẹ́ video wọn bàbá yẹn no.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, just a short video fún.
Just for record purpose. Yeah.
Exactly. Torí èmi náà máa ń ṣe the same thing Nàìjíríà ti bá ń ṣe any negotiation máa ń ṣe for short video. So nígbà tí bàbá sọ pé no yẹn definitely bàbá really want. I don't think bàbá really.
He doesn't want that on record, which is something that is very, very baffling. You know, it's sad.
I'm not disputing what you say.
Okay.
I'm just trying to make the assumption that maybe in my mind, Baba.
Well, I mean, but the problem now is gone now, and which is very sad. You know,
exactly.
It would have. I mean, yes, he was not really pleased with Nigeria, but what we are saying is we went there as a man that we believe that Baba. You know, I'm sorry. Ṣé Buhari máa lọ gbé wọn ni? I'm sure you know that. Ṣé Buhari máa lọ ní kó lọ gbé Aláàfin ni? Nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. But only Elédùmarè knows why they didn't say that out officially, because you know bàbá yẹn gbogbo wàhálà tá à ń ṣe gbogbo stress tá à ń ṣe they will pull us out cause ogbóhùn ló ẹ mọ̀ lásán nínú lẹ́tà yẹn. Yeah.
Koiki, let me make you aware that Baba Aláàfin was one of the signatories to Nigerian project. So tí bàbá sọ̀rọ̀ ń bá yẹn definitely bàbá ní right. Àbí wọn kúrò ní.
Tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ kò yé mi.
Bàbá Aláàfin wà ní àwọn tó wà ní.
Ìyẹn bàbá wọn kò lè já wọn bàbá wọn ló máa bàbá tí wọn àbí.
Bí bàbá tí wọn Aláàfin kẹsàn-án.
Okay, so tó bá pull her out so ó máa wà against the tí bàbá wọn ṣe.
Tọ́ba ní kọ́tà wọn fẹ́ ni Nigerian government support sọ pé no.
Yeah, you know, yeah, okay, yeah, definitely, we saying the same thing, yeah, definitely. Kò sí nǹkan tó lè fi wọ́n ṣe, kò sí nǹkan tó lè fi wọ́n, kí ló fẹ́ fi Aláàfin ṣe? Tí Aláàfin bá sọ pé àṣẹ Nàìjíríà mọ̀, kí ló bá fi Aláàfin ṣe?
Yeah, well, àwọn federal government representative they will be working behind the door to tell Baba to ẹ̀fà fọkànbalẹ̀ Nigeria will.
Well, I mean, that's why I said I didn't want to go into all the details. There were so many other things I would say that, you know, it's not going to be something for media, you know, social media consumption.
It's nice to make that clarification anyway.
All right, thank you. Because I was wondering that, you know, Baba, and we still have some of them, you know, right there. And the people will say, Baba, ṣiṣẹ́ nísàlẹ̀. Okay, wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ nísàlẹ̀. But àwọn ṣáà àwọn lọ́fẹ́ bá wa gba ṣé bàbá tó ti kú nísìn ló fẹ́ bá wa gba Yorùbá nation síta? I don't know, I'm just asking question. Ṣé bàbá tó ti lọ nísìn wọ́n ní ọba kì í kú ọba wàjà ni? Ṣé ọba tó ti wàjà nísìn ló fẹ́ bá wa gba Yorùbá nation yẹn? Bóyá wọ́n ní kankan tó ti kọ sílẹ̀ o fún King Charles. Ẹ̀gbọ́n sókè yà wá.
Ẹ kú iṣẹ́, my brother.
Àwa nìyẹn.
Nice to see you. God bless you. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí Aláàfin ni mo fẹ́ dá sí. Aláàfin ò lè dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ tó ní. Gbogbo àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀, they are politicians. APC, they are the Senate, House of Assembly. So báwo lẹ ṣe fẹ́ wá ní kó wá join Yorùbá nation? Kó wá da Nàìjíríà rú so that àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ wọn ò ní post mọ́ ní politics. Bàbá yẹn ti lọ, wọ́n ti bayé jẹ́, I believe. Ọ̀run náà a máa dín pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. Nǹkan tó gbélé ayé yìí. Àwọn tí ọba ṣayé rí ọ̀run ò lè sanwó. Àṣepè fún wọn. Orí ẹni tó bá ṣayé rí náà ni ọ̀run máa san. Ìyẹn ti bàbá yẹn jẹ́ ká kúrò. Àwọn most of àwọn ọba wa, they are politicians. Even àwọn tó ti jẹ kí Tinubu tó jẹ, they are still following Tinubu torí nǹkan tó máa jẹ. That's what they are doing. Àwọn náà dẹ̀ ń bà ló yẹn jẹ́. Nǹkan tó ti ẹ̀dùn mí recently tí mo wò ní ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá ni bitumen ní Ondo State. Mo fẹ́ lè máa sunkún. Bitumen ó ṣe òṣì sílẹ̀ báyìí ó ń nílẹ̀.
Mo rí fídíò yẹn, èmi náà rí fídíò yẹn. Mo wo fídíò yẹn, mo wo a little bit of it. Jubril
mo
ni
ti di pé kí ló dé tí wọn ò lè dá ọ̀dà
ṣé
sí
bàbá
àwọn títì
ṣé
wa.
bàbá ni ẹlẹ́yìn.
Even títì ní Ondo State, even that area of Ondo State, wọn ò ní ọ̀nà. There's no road. Nínú ní abẹ́ bitumen yẹn, panla tún wà ń bẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni panla yẹn dẹ̀ lọ́lọ́ ń kó wá láti Norway.
Ọlọ́run kó má fìyà jẹ wá o.
Àmín o.
A gbọ́dọ̀ máa gbàdúrà àwọn èèyàn wa, mo dẹ̀ ń plead sí wọn kán jọ̀ọ́ kán yé bú bàbá Akíntóyè mọ́. Kán má fa ìrìn àjò yìí sẹ́yìn, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ torí Ọlọ́run gbogbo èèyàn. Ká ní sùúrù, ká dẹ̀ ní ìgbàgbọ́. Ọlọ́run àmúwadé ilẹ̀ ìlérí pé à ń bú bàbá kò ran movement yìí lọ́wọ́ o. Ká jọ̀ọ́ tó fọ Ọlọ́run. Ká jọ̀ọ́ ká má fa ìrìn àjò yìí sẹ́yìn. Like the Israelites did, ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́ bọ́m̀bẹ̀ ká jọ̀ọ́ torí Ọlọ́run. Ọlọ́run àmúwadé ilẹ̀ ìlérí ayé wa and nothing will stop Yoruba nation. Lágbára Ọlọ́run.
Amen. Thank you so much. And thanks for the love and the support and all your contribution all the time. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá. Let us continue to work within our groups. Kódà bó jẹ́ 1,000 5,000 ẹ máa dá láàrin ara yín nínú group because ẹ bá mi background ẹ ti wọlé.
mo ti kọ́ lọ́láyọ̀.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò sà.
ó pẹ̀lú ọmọ 10% yẹn àgbàlagbà lórúkọ mi.
Okay, 10%. So you know what, 10%. Okay.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, mo dẹ̀ ń dùn, mo dẹ̀ ń retí ọjọ́ tọ́jọ́ máa dé.
Láìpẹ́ lágbára Ọlọ́run nínú ọdún yìí náà ni.
Ọlọ́run fún wa ṣe ní 2023.
Àmín Jésù Kristi.
Ṣé the last before the caller.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Tó sọ ọ̀rọ̀ strategy yẹn. Perfectly okay.
Okay.
But wọ́n láti ní orúkọ.
Okay.
Torí tó bá di ìgbà yẹn.
Code láti wà.
Tí wọ́n bá as supervisory rules.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ọmọ kan máa jẹ́ backup.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ọkọ máa wà jẹ́ pé warrior ni wọ́n.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ó níbi tí ó ní boundaries náà máa kọ́
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
wa.
Kódà nọ́ọ̀sì máa wà, ẹni máa dáná máa wà, mẹkáníìkì máa à ń lọ bí ẹni lọ bí formation ni. Nínú gúrùpù kọ̀ọ̀kan ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ ní gbogbo àwọn kìíní.
Ṣé iná kò ṣe púpọ̀ èèyàn ló ń gbá ìlú? Wọ́n bá ọwọ́ èèyàn náà ń ṣe yìí. Tó bá jiná tán ní majority máa lọ máa yọ síbí.
Èbó náà làwa náà ń jẹ ní London ni. Ṣé mi wà ń bẹ́ ńgbà tó ń já ogun gbogbo tá a fi wà London yìí nísìnyí? Ìbá wa ń gbádùn ẹ̀ báyìí.
Irú ẹni tí àgbo ẹ̀ wà ní Yaba apá ọ̀tún. Bó sì jẹ́ pé Abẹ́òkúta lọ́yọ̀ kọ́ mi lọ tó bèrè pé kí ni bàbá ọba sọ kí ni kankan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Majority wọn sì kì í sórí. Kò sí lè tó kọ̀ wọ́n. Kọ́ọ̀ náà kọ́ lè gbìyànjú. Wọ́n sọ pé Koiki ò lè lọ kò lè ṣe kéde kan. Koiki dẹ̀ lọ.
Mọ̀délé o.
Ó mọ amọye oṣù tó lòdì.
Mọ̀délé o.
A dẹ̀ mọ ipa tó kó.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Tó dẹ̀ tó padà dé.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Tí gbogbo ọkọ̀ gbẹnu ọ̀sán.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
But majority wọn láti sọ ọ́ torí pé kí ni ẹtí nǹkan kí gbogbo agbẹnẹ náà kọjá. Òdò bá lò nǹkan kí jẹ tó bí. Gbogbo ọdún tẹ̀lé Tinubu. Gbogbo wọn tó bá wò ó wọn kọ́ bá lọ scam olè àbúrọ̀bà. Because Tinubu fún rẹ̀ tó bá jẹ́ pé ẹni tó ní ọpọlọ ni. Ó yẹ kó mọ̀ wípé resources tá a ní òun ni àwọn Fúlàní rí láìlè lórí.
Òun náà ń lò.
Wáyé tó ṣe jẹ́ pé ó ṣe àwọn ló fẹ́ lọ tẹ̀lé bọ́ọ̀dì wọ́n ti mọ̀ pé kò sẹ́ tó máa checkmate wọn. Tí gbogbo wọn bá dé bí báyìí sí àjọ máa wọ tírèènì ni.
Same.
Àjọ máa wọ bọ́ọ̀sì ni.
Àjọ máa wọ tó bá fẹ́ wọ Uber gan èmi náà lè pe Uber apáàdé níbi tá a bá ń lọ tó bá fẹ́ Uber Mercedes èmi náà ni mo fẹ́ Uber Mercedes. Kọmíṣánná rẹ̀ ń sọ ẹ lọ wo Ṣèyí Tinubu tó bá ń lọ ẹ rò pé gọ́fìnà ló ń lọ ni èmi ti rí kọ́ńfọ̀n yẹn rí tọ́ ti sẹ́ndẹ̀ sí mi tó bá ń lọ ẹ rò pé deputy governor ló ń lọ ni the way he drives with his convoy with security ni wọ́n sọ.
Wọ́n ní làǹkà ìlú ní pé wọ́n máa kọ́ wọ́n jáde wọ́n bá jẹ́ tó bá ti rí tó máa yẹ ẹ náà jẹ́ kí wọ́n pariwo lẹ́yìn wọn náà rí jẹ náà rí mu. Àwọn akíkanjú kọ̀ọ̀kan tó wà láàrin wọn tí wọ́n ń fún òun ni gbogbo wọn jẹ.
Ìyẹn náà la ṣe educate àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ wa.
Babangida tó wọlé gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n lé níbi iṣẹ́ gbogbo wọn fosters ibi iṣẹ́ gbogbo náà become rich person. orí ẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn tó ń tẹ̀lé irú kọ̀ọ̀kan náà ní gbogbo wọn they are not progressive. àwọn bàbá àgbàlagbà ẹ jẹ́ ká fi gbogbo àwọn bàbá yẹn lẹ̀ káàdì tó ti gbé wọn ọ̀dẹ̀ pẹ́ lọ́mọ. àwọn youths ní ká kọ̀ máa kọ́ṣọ̀.
òun náà sọ fáwọn youth yẹn ẹ ká ṣe kínní ẹ jẹ́ ká wà together, you know, it's gonna help every one of us.
Because àwọn tó wà tẹ̀kọ́ wọn ní làákàyè àwọn tó tẹ̀ kàwé ló tẹ̀ wá wọ́ọ̀sì ju àwọn tí wọ́n kàwé lọ. àwọn tí wọ́n kàwé wọ́n lè gbọ́ nǹkan tó tún kàwé yẹn wọ́n ti brainwash wọn orí wọn ò pé.
tó pọ̀ tó ń ṣe kékeré. ẹ ṣé gan ni dáadé, thank you so much. àmì Jésù Kristi, thank you. ẹ má bínú. We appreciate everyone for our Sunday broadcast. I will not be out again tonight. Like I said, that's the last call. Ẹ má bínú ẹ̀ tó bá ara yìí pé wọlé. Ẹ mọ̀ kó máa kúkú fi call time sílẹ̀. At least we leave about an hour so that we can get all your calls. We appreciate everyone on all the platforms. You know, we have people on the Instagram, and I hope you are all doing very well. Okay, aside my brother, I was watching your. He's into sports. I'm not going to mention his name. He's actually watching on Instagram. The bad lost on the page, you know, different things. You laugh about football, you know, different. We have a lot of talent. He has tried to do so many things in Nigeria, just as every one of us could work. Kakabe o ma gba project yẹn lọ́wọ́ ẹni yẹn, o de ni execute it. What dem ma fi gbowó jáde. You know, thank you so much for joining us as well. We have a lot of people that are supporting Yoruba Nation, but some of them, because of what they are doing now, you know, is a bit complicated, and they don't want to be out there calling sọ pé we want to say Yoruba Nation. Irú àwa nísìnyí kò síbi tá a fẹ́ tí wá sí ìbá ní Yoruba Nation mò ń ṣe òun náà ni mò ń ṣe, but we have people that for one reason or the other in their heart they cannot wait. You know, they might be, you know, even out there doing things that are Nigerians now, but to be honest with you, their heart and mind is for the, I mean, kò ń ṣe pé a fẹ́ para wa now. Kí ló wà ní ẹ wo ìlú tí mo sọ fún wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan, Samoa, gbogbo population ìlú yẹn is 200,000. Passport one is number 46 in the world. I showed you earlier on, you know, and I can show you before we go for the last time. Not the Kumuyi, I just want to show you this one, but not this one. I'm talking about this country. Ìlú yìí, àbọ̀rọ̀ mo yẹ yín nísìn. So ìlú yìí nísìn, right? Gbogbo population ìlú yìí is 200,000. Wọ́n ní language tiwọn, wọ́n ní ẹja ká lọ wo religion wọn. Well, they have Protestant, which is about 54.9%. Wọ́n ní Assembly of God 6.8%. Wọ́n ní the Seventh Day Adventist 4.4%. Wọ́n ní Methodist 12.4%. Wọ́n ní Roman Catholic 18.8%. Wọ́n ní Mormon èwo làwọn ló tún jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ọlọ́run tóbi lọ́ba. Wọ́n ní Worship Center 2.8 and other Christian 3.6. So that means pé, and I'm sure wọ́n dẹ̀ ní Muslim ọ̀pọ̀ níbẹ̀ 2%. So ẹ má rò pé, and let us go and look at just one video of that country. Kákọ̀ sọ pé tourism. So gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ṣe ń ṣe wọ́n Nàìjíríà àbáyíjà o àbáyíjà, but in terms of ni pé one Nigeria cannot work. Àwádẹ́ ló lo àwọn fídíò yìí nísìn YouTube mamale. Anyway, we can always tell them to take it out. Let's just watch this. 40 top places you can go to in Samoa. Ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ wò together. I'm not gonna use the sound. Ẹ wo nísìn, ẹ wo oríṣiríṣi ìlú tí kò tó population ní local government wa kan lélẹ̀. Large island of the city. Two ocean, a dramatic swimming hole and picnic site. Àwọn náà ní volcano site lélẹ̀ máa jẹ́. Lava formation and dynamic ocean gills. These are places tó put together tó yìnbó ń lọ tí gbogbo èèyàn fẹ́ lọ. Àwa náà ní gbogbo kínní ní gbogbo òkè ògùn a ní káàkiri. But ìdí tí kò ṣe work ni pé ẹni tó jẹ́ last man nísìn ó fẹ́ gbowó oríta kò fẹ́ jẹ́ kó wà automated. Téèyàn bá ṣẹ̀ èèyàn lè yes gbogbo alẹ́ tí wọ́n ti gba license lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ nílùú yìí, alẹ́ tí wọ́n gba parking fine we want things to work. Fẹ́ jẹ́ kí every èèyàn kan máa sọ pé òun máa jẹ gàba lórí èèyàn kankan. No, we don't want that kind of life. Mo kí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Ṣẹ́gun ọ̀nà, mo kí ẹ Maize Gold, just 200,000 na wow bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Mo kí Liji, ìyàwó Arúkàyà àtọmọ́wùnmí láti Paris, mo kí yín o. The One Love, thank you so much. Olúrótìmí Adépìtàn, tí kìíní bá ti tán. Ẹ̀yin náà wò náà. So mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ wa. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo the long picture of it. Àwa náà tá a wá jókòó sí ìlú yìí, àwọn kan ló jà fún un. Àwọn náà ní culture tiwọn, Samo cultural village. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wo culture wọn, ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wo something to do with their culture. Kò sẹ́ni tó ní culture. Nigeria ò ní culture because Nigeria ò ní kò ń ṣe indigene. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo culture. Àwọn náà ní culture. Òun là ń wò yìí. I don't own the copyright to this video. Let's watch it together. Wọ́n ní ẹ̀sìn tí wọ́n bọ̀ wọ́n ní culture. Òun là ń wò yìí náà. Sundays and family in America.
Samoan culture.
Samoan
culture is very unique. I've been around the world, but I've never seen a culture that's like ours.
Ṣẹ̀gbọ́n ó ní òun tún sọ pé òun ò tí ì rí culture tó dàbí tiwọn kábíyèsí Elédùmarè. Ẹ jẹ́ àgbọ̀ sí.
This is all family related, all family oriented culture.
We are now here at Tafuna. Tafuna is the name of the village that I live in with my family, and my family has been living in this village for the longest time that I could remember. So this place is from my great-grandfather to my grandmother, and then my grandmother to
this
my
place
father.
Is from my great-grandfather to my great-grandmother. Yes, South Pacific people in the middle of the ocean.
We help each other out by every means. We share our food in the evening, we share our food in the morning, we share everything. We pretty much share everything with family.
My family land has taro plantations. We have banana trees. We also have breadfruit trees.
Thank you so much again, those of you on the Mixer
farm and
we love you all. Those of you on Twitter
and stuff like that for the family.
Anyway, there's not much we can just, you can go and watch this on YouTube because they may come on the video here. So let me not go too much on it. Like I said, tomorrow at exactly 8 p.m. Oduduwa time and Biafra time, I'll be broadcasting Simon Ekpa program that is coming up tomorrow. We are praying that the government will just say, I pray it's going to happen, and if it doesn't happen like that, we have no other choice than to come out in our numbers in the super rally, and we do what we need to be done. I cannot go much more than this. My name is Ola Yomi Koiki. All hail Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu must not die in the custody of the DSS. He has to be released so that he can go and take medical treatment. He's not feeling very well. Let's continue to remember him in prayers. Let's pray for every one of us. At exactly 4:30, I have about 2 minutes. I will play the anthem and we close the broadcast. We won't be out tonight. I'll be back tomorrow for the Star Radio. We appreciate everyone that continue to support the platform. And to fish a sticker rather for the people back home, let us know so that we can continue to provide more. Like I said, the stickers is 4,000 for 40,000. 8,000 has been ready today, so I've done 16,000 so far. We continue to tell them to produce more so that we can share them around. Flags, we're not doing any more at the moment, but if we think that there's need for it, we will do it, subject to funding. All I can say is, are you part of the 10% or not? I am part of the 10%. She or not, are you part of it? Don't give up in the midst of whatever anybody is saying. They will come up with all kind of different things. Kódà Tinubu gan sọ pé òun ò lè stand the social media. I'm sure some of you have watched that video. Ó náà wọ́n lè stand social media. Pé wọ́n máa ń búyàn gan lórí. Ó náà máa ń búyàn gan lórí social media. Mo rí yẹn bàbá ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Kúnlé Ṣítà. Ẹ káàbọ̀. So Africa must rise up. Yes, I am part of the 10% you said. Arole Oduduwa, Abdurrahman Abayomi, thank you everyone. And I'll be back tomorrow. Lágbára Elédùmarè. If you are still part of those that say Kò ní bọ́ sí, you will wake up and you will find yourself in that country. Have a very good evening and bye for now.
Yorùbá nation yìí gbogbo wa ni kó má gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́ torí kò sí
Life is so funny. You come with nothing, then fight for everything, and later leave everything and go back with empty hands. God is powerful.